Let's go. Yeah.
Just take that.
Are we live?
serious.
Are we live?
Oh, yeah.
No, we're not live. No.
Oh, come on! Oh, that would have been perfect.
Yes, we're live.
Oh,
Wait, what?
are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
No smiling. This entire session, no smiling.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Designers, where a bunch of us goddamn morons play D&D.
How about upside down frowning? Is that
That's fine.
okay?
That's permissible, but nothing above a certain decibel. This morning, I am of course joined by my intrepid adventurers, Autumn, who's going to be playing Quinn.
Oh god.
Bex.
Wait.
Oh,
wait.
what do I
Wait.
do?
Wait.
Oh
wait.
God,
Papa.
What just happened?
we're gone.
Are we gone?
What just...
We're not live. Wait. Oh.
That one was entirely
wait.
my fault. I apologize, everybody.
Okay. All right. Take two.
I hit the button. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get blamed for this one.
You didn't like our first intro.
And
do it again.
take two. Let's do it.
Do it again.
God, we're so good at this. We're so good. Of course, I'm joined by my lovely intrepid adventurers, who's going to be Autumn playing Quinn, Bex playing Evie, Dan playing Chuck, and Such playing Guardian. Sito is going to be out one more week. It's a little time to relax, and I think he should be back maybe in a couple of weeks, reprising his role as Char. Last time we played, you guys had just gotten back from the Grand Tree, that massive tree that was growing out of those subterranean ruins, and it burst up through the bottom of this ancient city. You made your way back on Rosenbrand von Thistlebrook's airship, along with a couple of old friends, Cirith and Grohl. You guys dropped Cirith and their Mudhawks off about halfway, and they promised to head north and to give up their life of crime. Once you landed, you all had a conversation with Ironscales, or rather, Guardian had a conversation with Ironscales, while a few of you went and filled in Titus Redfang on the fate of his son. Unfortunately, that did not go entirely as planned, and a very emotional Titus Redfang had challenged Chuck to a duel. And not knowing Chuck's proficiency with firearms, lost handily. So, with all that set up, I believe you were going to head back onto the airship and begin heading north to Hyacinth Valley to intercept the train and pick up Evie's scrapper, and or take the train up further into the north.
But first, we wanted to stop and talk to what's his name in the Titus Redfang in the infirmary or equivalent.
Okay, is that what you guys want to do? You want to go talk to Titus in the infirmary?
Do we?
I feel like
You
I feel like I've
again?
got words with him. He owes us, in my opinion.
Still wants the information.
I'm here to collect.
Jesus Christ, it's unstoppable. Okay.
He's still
You
got
guys-
another leg.
You guys head up one of the minor elevators that run alongside of either side of that massive lift that goes up and down that 1,000-foot cliff of the drop. It takes you guys some time to get there. You do eventually come to a tall building that has 4 spires on the edges of it. It is a almost completely whitewashed stone building, with a single guard standing out front. He's wearing a breastplate. He has a partial cloak over one shoulder, and he's wearing one of those. I forget the name of the helmet, but it's like almost like a conquistador style helmet. It's got like the sort of the ridge in the center and the two sides, and kind of comes down in like a reverse V.
Do they call those plinth helmets? Or no? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Standing out front, he sees you. He sees you approaching, moves aside, and opens the door. As you walk in, it is a flurry of activity of people moving through the space. It is a humble building despite its height. The floors are the ceilings are low, giving the whole space a kind of cramped feeling. And as you're pushing through, you see a tall Loxodon, partially almost like hunching a little bit as she moves through the space. Her tusks capped off with gold, and wearing what appears to be almost a priestly collar with a emblem in the center that looks like a 16-pointed star with an eye in the center. And as you enter, she turns and, "Hello. Can I help you?"
Yeah, we're looking for a friend of ours that might have been recently admitted.
"Do you have a name for this friend?"
Yeah, Detroit Red Wings?
There's a blank, protracted stare.
Try this Red Fang.
"Oh, yes. He came in some time ago. I'll take you to him." Turns and kind of stepping through the space, the floorboards beneath creaking under her weight, as she leads you down a hallway and eventually opens a door to a quiet, very humble room. A bed in the far corner, a single window with a beam of light hitting the center of the floor, and a big basin at the end of the bed full of just bloodied rags. You can see there is a kobold aide in there, who's sitting in a stool at the side of the bed and is rapidly dressing the wound, and then tracing an incantation, hand on, and closes eyes and begins to heal. And you can see that it heals over a bit and then continues wrapping and dressing the wound. As you walk in, they turn to you and sort of give a look to Tritus. And Tritus is laying there, clearly conscious, but says nothing as you walk into the room.
I'm gonna take my hat off, revealing multiple eyes underneath, and say, "Hey, buddy, it's Chuck."
Doesn't say anything. Still watching you, though.
I'll turn to the attendants and be like, "Can he understand me?"
Yeah, we were speaking a bit.
All right. Well, hey, it's me, Chuck. Oh,
I don't think he's deaf, Chuck.
I
Sorry.
know who you are, and I understand why you're here. Just say your piece, move on.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to officially apologize. I feel like the last time we met, we did not get off on the best attitude ending, and I like to, formally apologize.
Maybe in time I'll accept your apology. For now, I think I just need to be alone.
Right, and I understand that, and I'd be more than willing to oblige you in that request. However, there was a mention of a fee for the information about your son that I would like to just check in on. Respectfully, of course.
There's a tense silence, and then as he looks to you, he lifts his head up slightly off the pillow and he says, "You killed my son. You crippled me for life. Get the fuck out of here."
Well, I appreciate that feedback, and I would like to say quickly, just as perhaps a point of contention, we did not kill your son in so much of a way, but rather he died while in our attempt to bring him to you safely. And in terms of the cripple, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you've seen my middle friend out there, but the stuff they're able to do with technology these days is truly miraculous. And, I'm sure you'll be right as rain, if not better,
I'll just hold up my my metallic hand and be like,
And
then I'll I'll pull out the lighter.
See? Imagine doing that with a regular hand. Maybe you can get yourself one of the toes that can make a light come out of it. Be a little bit less convenient, but you get the idea.
Charles, this is proprietary technology here, so
all right, well,
they won't get the light.
Maybe you can shoot water. I don't know. We're brainstorming here, and that's great because we're thinking about the future. So, in light of this future-oriented mentality, the information you promised and the wands would be great.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
No worries, I'm charming as all hell. I got a certain jouissance to me.
Got a certain décolletage.
That's what it was. I got a certain décolletage.
With disadvantage, that's a 21. I'll give him a little wink and about half of my eyes blink.
On one side of your face, they all blink. His head goes back down on the pillow. And he says, "When I open my eyes, you all better be gone."
Well, and once more, as someone who can relate to opening and closing eyes, I like to, say, you owe us, buddy. And, you lost the duel fair and square.
Get out of my room.
I'm gonna put my hand on Chuck's shoulder. It's time to go.
Some people these days got no fucking idea how to interact with anybody. I don't put my hand on. Hey, Detroit Red Wings or whatever the fuck your name is. I got your fucking number.
Pull them away faster.
Slam the door.
I came in here to make a goddamn deal. I'm being pulled out.
Imagine being pulled out like past the
I came as a fucking friend, and you fucking spat on it.
Door opens and slams shut.
Detroit Red Wing, I'm coming for you.
Oh.
During all the commotion, can I look around and see if there's any medicine cabinets or healing potions I could swipe while we're in there?
Goddamn rat bastard.
Give me a... So, within the room there might have been, and as you exited there was likely something off to either side. You kind of went in a contained space. Do you want to check... Do you want to have checked the room while you were in there, or do you want to have checked the... branched off from the hallway when Chuck was being escorted out by
during the commotion as Chuck was leaving, as we were leaving, I would have wanted to do that.
Give me a perception check as you first exit the room, and basically you see Chuck being led off and some of the staff.
14.
14. Looking back and forth, you do see a closed door on the to the right of you. It's going to be a bit further away from the exit. You can probably make it while there's still commotion, but you don't know what's inside.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. You open the door like quietly, I assume, right?
Oh yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
That's stealth.
Cobalt surgery. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh no. 12.
So you walk in, and there is just it's not a stock room. It's a similar room to the room that Titus was in. And as you walk in, there is somebody in the center of the room who is just in full body cast and just and they their eyes shift to you as you first walk in.
I'm gonna look for what I came for in the room.
Give me an investigation check.
Jesus Christ.
And as I kind of walk around, I look around. I go, so I was looking for the powder room. Did I? God damn it! My rolls today. Fuck me.
What was it? It was pouring through. It's picking up random vials of stuff. There's clear liquid in this one. It's this. There's a couple of scraps of what looks like a and piles of like somatic components for some spell. Who knows what that's for? You look down a bit. There's a couple pairs of scissors and and extra sets of gauze. And as you kind of look down, you go to stand back up and like wreck your head on the metal cart that you were searching, and like pull back. And as you look, there's the kobold aide who's in the door, just like, "What are you doing?"
I was looking for the bathroom, and
Yeah, you didn't find it.
No, you are correct. I just thought that maybe maybe there was like a door or something around here. Anyway, thank you. You have a good day.
Hey, no, wait, you can't.
I'll just push past and walk out.
So you begin walking out as you're like, I've got your number. As the door opens again and Evie walks out. And lights a cigarette.
Hey, Evie. I'll just like completely calm down. What's up, Evie?
Are we finished here?
We're getting out. I fucking hate hospitals. Always have.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Are they your worst nemesis, Chuck?
They're my worst fucking nemesis.
There you
Who
go.
wants a cigarette?
I like that we're smoking at a
Can I
hospital.
smoke in here?
I mean, it's like the fantasy version of like the 1800s. So they still think that cigarettes are good for you.
Oh, right.
They like
Well, they're
the doctors.
right.
Doctors recommend cigarettes.
Cigarette
Well, if I
vending
wasn't using
machine.
If it wasn't using this hand to smoke a cigarette, I'd start slapping.
This is for your benefit. So-
That you can do that with.
As you guys,
That's a goddamn point. Mage hand cigarette.
punch the guard as you can.
I've been kicked out of every bar and hospital in this goddamn town.
This is the first time you've had to add a hospital to like places Chuck is not allowed to enter. As you guys go down one of the smaller elevators back down to the bottom of the drop, you have plenty of time to think about your actions.
Or not.
As the door creaks open at the bottom, these smaller elevators that run along the sides of the bigger freight elevator that took the train down over a course of a couple of days, they're basically just metal cages that were almost like gondolas, like ski gondolas, go down the sides of this massive cliff. As you finally get to the bottom, the gate opens. You can just see on the very edge of town, where there's a slight rise in a dune. You can see the bulky, beat up form of Rosenbrand's airship just outside of town, behind some of where the warehouse buildings are.
Can we real quick? I'll turn to Guardian, and I'll just say, so Guardian, you know how I was telling you about the tuning fork situation with the schema that I need to. I'm wondering if there's any artisans in this town that might be able to help us repair the one that we found. Should we look around while we're here and see if we can get any information on that?
Yeah, we should. What did Rosenbrand say when he was leaving? I mean, do we still have time?
The ship just starts.
Yeah,
It just takes off.
we got time.
He sees us
Yeah,
and he's
time.
like,
Quickly, hoist, put on.
away!
Hold down the anchor.
Yeah.
Um,
Guardian just grabs the egg.
yeah, we got time.
Uh,
I think we should take the time to resupply and do what we need to before we head off into the waste.
It's actually right about this time that you see a familiar goblin form with a tricorn hat as he goes stomping past. Following not too far behind him is Rosenbrand himself, and he's like, "Please look, just one more, just one more. We only need to get to Hyacinth, and we'll be fine. We'll quick little detour. We'll follow the storm. It's really I can pay." And he's like passing through, and he's like, "Oh, hi. Ignore that. I have a few things to take care of in town. If you need a little time to prepare, it seems I may need to find a new captain. Or rather, helmsman. The last one, we had a bit of a disagreement." As he's walking off, he flips the bird, continues walking. But when you're ready, please come see me on the ship, and we'll be ready to take off. And if you happen to find any pilots, helmsmen in any of the bars you visit, perhaps send them my way. Thanks.
I'll do it.
How would we find a helmsman? Are they all wearing those hats?
No, I would imagine you simply need to ask around, and maybe don't mention me.
Well, I'll
Why?
mention you. I'll just say that you're paying double. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I just I have a bit of a reputation with the helmsmen. They
Oh, so we're
They
not
don't-
the only ones that think you're a dick?
Hey,
look. I am doing my
Rosenbrand is
best
our good friend.
to turn a new leaf, and unfortunately, there are those in the world that still want to see me face down in the muck.
Hey,
All right.
Rosenbrand, you point those people our way, and we'll have some words with them. You're a goddamn champion among men. Don't let anyone bring you down. All right, you're gonna fly higher than your goddamn ship.
Chuck is so hot and cold to
Yeah.
Bipolar,
Did
dude.
you go off your meds
you're like-
or what? What's going on?
I know. Like this is like an abusive relationship.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go give me a
Rosenbrand, look,
persuasion check. Give me a persuasion check.
Listen, I'm gonna tell him like it is.
Until you verbally abuse him again.
Persuasion, no problem. Coming up. That's a 13 out of 20, presumably.
Right. Well, thanks for the pep talk. I've got some searching to do.
Yeah, maybe
Try-
some
try-
soul
Try
searching.
being nice and offering double what you used to. I think it'll go a long way.
About the double thing.
Oh.
I know that I am supposedly the heir to the Thistlebrook fortune, and that I am adventurer extraordinaire, and I do have a bit of a reputation. But reputations like those do come at a certain cost. And the upkeep of said reputation has put me in a bit of a bind. So perhaps the double my usual rate part should be put on hold until we at least figure out where we're going.
Did we not just give you a bunch of money? Sorry.
Let me ask you something, Rosenbrand. Because we just raided that cache, right? We were down in the sunken thing, and we grabbed all the gold and all that. Do you remember that? That just happened.
I do. Is that? I'm sorry. Perhaps I don't understand. Is that for us?
I am just implying that you had a lot of gold from that. Did you not?
That's for us.
Did you
What
not?
none of it is.
I thought it was part of the haul. I thought we were returning it. I didn't know that we would be keeping all of that gold. How much is on the ship?
Not all of it.
I don't know. I mean, we were going to split it up. You'd get at least 5%.
5%? What? Look, I know I'm not in the place to throw my weight around, but it is my ship. I will be carrying it. A little more than 5%, 25%.
Oh, I'm sure that 15% would be more than enough.
Give me a persuasion check.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
Can I approach him? Can I approach him while this is going on?
Haven't you done enough?
I just want to blow fucking smoke in his face and say,
Whoa, what the fuck is wrong with you?
now, Rosenbrand, we're friends, right? What did I just fucking say?
Persuasion?
We're friends.
Fuck, it's a good thing that I
With-
have a negative one.
With disadvantage, because Chuck is blowing smoke in Rosenbrand's face and being mildly threatening.
This isn't the way that friends treat each other, Rosenbrand.
Oh, okay. 16.
16.
You don't want to be going down in history as a rat fucking bastard.
Jesus Christ.
25%.
Listen, there was a big haul. You're not going to need more than 20% to keep up that ship. and your reputation, which is stellar, by the way. I mean, obviously, we all assumed that because of the Rosenkrantz name, you had plenty of gold and wealth to fall back on.
Rosenbrand.
Yeah, that's what I said, Rosenkrantz. And so you've got nothing to worry about. 20% will easily get you over the hump.
Why can't people get names right?
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
I'll think about it. Find me a captain, or find me a helmsman, and we'll go with 20%.
By the way, did we ever return the townspeople stuff? I don't know if that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Okay, good.
Yeah, that was returned to Iron Scales.
All right, good.
Guardian over here, just like turning. Basically, Guardian's the guy in the group project who does like 90% of the work, and then everybody else is just like the charisma
Or lack thereof.
Hey. Easy.
Well,
I've got plenty of charisma.
I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah, me too. I'm -1 on all my charisma checks.
-1, yeah.
I'm charming as all shit.
So, listen, can we? Can we get on with it, please? This is as much as I love giving Rosenbrand a hard time, it is we have things to do, and I feel like we should do them before Rosenbrand decides not to carry us to the next destination, because I don't know about you, but I do not want to walk.
So you did give me an investigation check, Evie and Guardian, because you guys are going to search for that for an artisan, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 15.
26.
26. You do have to go back up the elevators, unfortunately, but you do find something towards the westernmost part of the city. It is primarily a component shop. They say it would be like, in our world, it'd be like a head shop. As you walk in, there's like the smell of incense. There's rows and rows and rows of small boxes and jars and bags that have little tags on them with like bat guano and sulfur and all these different sort of things, like powdered lead and all these different sort of components. As you first walk in, there's this older hooded figure in the back who is sort of bent backed. The hood is low over the eyes, and they don't appear to be moving when you first enter, but both hands are on the desk itself, and you do hear like a crone's voice sort of drift through the room and says, "Feel free to take a look around. Let me know if there's anything that you need specifically."
I need you to not sound so creepy, if that is possible.
Antagonistic
I
to every
got chills.
NPC.
Guardian, are you able to get chills?
What's that?
If you could, you would get them right now.
Okay.
So, looking around, do I see anything that looks like it might be related to what we're looking for?
As you're walking through, you do see bits and chunks of planar metal, and you do know that you like, oh, I need a specific kind of planar metal. You were like, okay, because this is very strange. When you first picked up that tuning fork that had the snapped off edge, you noticed that it was like that spiraling, sort of like almost like a marble design, where there's this black vein of some kind of other mineral that runs through the rest of the tuning fork. Looking around, you find a couple chunks of stone that are from the border planes between the fire and earth planes, but super tiny little pieces, like yay big. It looks like what you can find in here is just not substantial enough to replace an entire side of a tuning fork.
Okay. Excuse me, madam. There is something you can help me with.
Yes?
So, you know where I could find a material that looks a bit like this, and I'll take out my notepad and just sketch kind of on it and draw it. I don't want to show her the actual material, but I want to just do a drawing that kind of indicates what it is to her.
As her head raises
describe
up.
the properties.
Okay. So, and you have that basically. It's kind of like a diagram from the inside of the box, right? That was like a radial design that had a list of basically a rune for each of the planes, and then a small diagram with like handwritten notes where somebody had scribbled in a bunch of the different designs for the forks that you would need. And as she like raises her head up and she pulls the hood away a little bit, you notice that there is a vast like surgical scar that runs across the top half of her face, and in its place is a gigantic eye with a split pupil. And as it like looks to you and then looks down to the paper, you see the pupil flash as she like scans it, and she says, "Ah, it's been long since I've seen one of these. I think you may find what you need in the old planar city. The border city, Stargracel."
Have I heard of Stargracel? I think I have.
I think you have, but barely.
Limited. Yeah, limited.
Limited. You've heard that it's one of the last standing Urgatite cities that people know of, and that it has and that there was a scholar that went there a couple of years ago who came back and brought with him a bunch of like texts that greatly advanced people's knowledge of the Urgatite technology.
Can you maybe put your hood back up, please?
You see these gnarled hands come out, though they have 3 fingers on each hand, and they kind of pull it up. The hood goes back over again, and her head is lowered.
Thank you. That is a quite impressive face you have. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with me, Guardian. Is there any other business you have in here?
No.
Okay, and I'll just pull out a silver and I'll toss it at her as a thank you. And
as it lands, it just begins to slide, and it disappears off the table.
I'll do my best to casually leave.
As you walk towards the door, it opens on the cord, and you begin to walk out, and then it closes.
Oh man, she was creepy.
I've never seen an individual like that before.
No, me neither. But she did mention Stargracel. Have you heard of this place as well?
I've never been there myself. I know that Chuck and Quinn have been there, so
They've
perhaps
been there?
we should. They have.
Oh, good. So they know we were. Okay. So, listen, there's something else I wanted to discuss with you, just real briefly. It's about our contract, this job that I'm to do for you.
Yes.
How badly do you need me to do it for you? Because, you see, Rosenbrand, he has made me a proposition.
What kind?
Well, I don't know if you heard him being a loudmouth over there talking about going towards a storm, but that is what he wanted to discuss with me on the airship as we were traveling here. He said that there's something out there, something to do with the storm that he would like my expertise on. And, I haven't really felt like I've contributed too much to this group at this point. I feel like everybody else has been, very capable. And so, I would like to go where I am needed most and where it will benefit me most.
Where's the storm that he wants you to go to?
I believe it is to the northeast, perhaps.
It's in the same direction we're supposed to be going, right?
I believe so. I believe it would be a detour, but, I do not want to hold you up. if you are not interested in taking our whole group there.
Have I paid her yet? Or wait, what were the terms of our contract? I don't actually know.
They were never openly discussed.
That's right. Okay.
But
Well,
I mean, they can be as dense or as nebulous as we want them to be. Perhaps it's half at the beginning and half on completion. Maybe it's 1,000 gold. Whatever it would be for a group of your repute and for an artificer of her skill level. I imagine her services do not come cheap. Maybe it was a different promise. Maybe it was a promise to allow her to dig around in your head or something. I don't know.
I think it would be a combination of money and also being able to study you and whatever information that we find out there about Warforged and things like that.
right. Okay. Well, if it's a matter of money, I can still pay you as much as you need. I suppose it will be a group consensus once we get back to the others, but if they wish to investigate the storm, then I suppose we'll follow. But there is a task at hand that we need to accomplish. And you are a valued member of this team now, so I leave it up to you. I won't hold you to this contract.
You say you will not?
I will not.
I think you might be the first person I have done business with that does not. Oh. That is interesting. I would have imagined a Warforged would be, I suppose, more stubborn. And anyway, we should probably move back to the group, and I think I have what I need. Maybe we can get more information from them about Stargacel, and we can all decide what we want to do. Guardian, I don't necessarily want to leave this group, but I am very, very interested in the storm. I feel like it could help with this schema and figuring out how to travel between the planes, perhaps, and from what the little I know about Stargacel, we need to know how to travel between the planes to get there, perhaps? That is my limited knowledge on it, but that is just my sense right now. Ultimately, it is up to you, and I will follow where you go.
As of now, Rosenbrand is our only ride out of here, so for the time being, our paths do cross.
Acceptable.
Begin heading east back down the wall. It isn't long before you make your way towards the ship as you see some of the deckhands are carrying supplies on board, along with both Chuck and Quinn, who are having a quick conversation with Grohl. You guys all meet back up.
Yeah, do we find a helmsman?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. You still need to find a helmsman.
I got an idea. While they were doing that, can I take Quinn to the repair shop that we worked at a while ago?
Yeah,
the three guys.
Yeah. You walk in. There's the three. They look like they could be triplets, though the one of them is a good bit shorter than the others. As you first walk in, there's a bit of a nod from the one in the lead. His crazy red hair pulled back into a bun, shining green eyes. He's got a little bit of a light scarification along his cheeks that indicate almost like a leaf-like pattern.
Yeah.
Hey.
Face is healing up nice.
Hi. Thank you. What can we do for you?
Well, I'm nothing for me myself. I'm actually on behalf of the captain of that there ship over there. He was looking for someone who might be able to help him out for the next couple of days or weeks or however long they might be willing to impart their services as a talented helmsman. And figured, you guys tend to have the technical acumen to run things and keep things in ship shape. And I figured, keep the money flowing.
Right. Well,
Got
look, we
yourself a
do.
good job.
We tend to do most of our work below decks, not so much, at the wheel, so to speak. You may actually want to talk to a dedicated helmsman. I can point you in the right direction.
Where do you think we'd find one of those?
Well, you might want to check the Nest. It's sort of on the edge of town. It's usually where I'd say the more pilots and drivers and such, they usually meet there, keep to themselves. I don't know if it's a union thing or what, but you might find a pilot there that you could help you out.
I want to point to the little one, the younger one who worked in the back, and say, "What about you, little compañero? You sure you got no idea, nothing in your heart for adventure? I got a good feeling about you."
Look, I'm not a pilot. I'm always one for adventure, and if you need a mechanic, I'm your man. But
let me tell you something, buddy. You ain't nothing till you say you are.
Chuck, are you
give me a persuasion check.
Convince this guy to be a pilot?
He's
trying to convince this guy to be a fucking hero. 23.
Gets him to fly, and he goes and runs off a cliff. Can't fly.
If you can mechanic, you can fly.
I mean,
hey,
how hard can it be?
That's the goddamn spirit. We got ourselves a helmsman.
It's you, man. If only the voice of reason was with them right now. As you guys are,
Chuck, hold on a second. Look, hey, buddy, I think that you can do anything that you set your mind and your heart to, like my good friend Chuck here says. But I'll tell you what, we're gonna bring you on as the assistant helmsman, and we're gonna go get a helmsman over at the Nest, because I think that you need to have a guiding hand, and I don't think Chuck is that guiding hand. So come along with us. Let's go.
I got 3 hands and many eyes. I can help.
The brothers give each other like a look as the youngest one begins walking through with you guys. He's like, all right, well, gives a salute and begins walking with you guys.
I'm gonna try to very subtly ask him his name, but like do it in the way that implies that I already know it.
Do you want to introduce him to somebody? Like his stranger, be like, hey,
I'll be like, hey, I don't know. Have you met Quinn? Have you met Quinn before? This is Quinn.
All right, Killian. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Killian. Good to meet you, bud.
Quinn. This is Killian, of course.
Yes, I got that. Killian. Yeah. Killian, do you might need we're not sure what type of bunking you're gonna get, so you might want to grab some gear for an extended stay, maybe a week, maybe 2.
All right, I can do that. I can make a quick run, pick some things up. Anyone else need anything while I'm gone?
Smokes if you got them.
Okay. He holds out a hand.
And I'll high five it.
He continues to stand there.
I put 5 gold in his hand.
He looks at it, gives like an appreciating nod, and
buy the good stuff. I like that kid.
You guys head to the Nest?
Yeah.
Chuck, you're gonna get that kid killed, man.
Hey, I'm gonna get that kid the adventure of his goddamn life is what I'm gonna do.
Sure, I mean we all started out green, but look at him.
Listen, you can't just say that because of the color of his skin.
He's bow-legged. He doesn't even. He's not gonna be able to turn the wheel even. This is.
Hey, that's what they said about a lot of my good friends. Gah, remember? Everybody laughed. Now look at him, one of the most successful men in fucking Bastion.
And a good man.
You gotta believe in people.
Absolutely. So I believe that we should find a real helmsman over at the Nest.
Whatever. Find a good second in command for young
Yeah.
Killian over there.
That's a great idea. We'll tell them that the job pays less because all they have to do is keep an eye on the they're just the co-pilot.
Right.
Yeah.
Off to the nest.
All right.
On the way to the elevator, do we see Guardian and? I'm assuming there's only one elevator.
There's actually a couple of these smaller elevators.
okay.
You guys do run into each other, and they're coming down as you're about to go up.
Hey, we're going back up. We got to find a helmsman.
Killian, is that you?
Killian's buying us smoke.
Yeah.
He's the
You
new
gotta-
helmsman.
Can he
Hi.
fly?
Gives you a sheepish
No,
wave.
he
He still has the
clearly
scar across his nose from where you broke his nose.
That's why we're going to get a second in command so that Killian can.
We're
fly
passing
the
by.
ship.
Yeah, I imagine us like having this whole conversation as we're passing each other.
Does he know where we're going?
What?
He doesn't need to know. He's following his heart.
Wait, is he coming with us?
Yes,
You guys are out of earshot at this point.
Should we go back up to find them?
No, honestly. I mean,
Okay.
who knows what they are doing, and I have to look. I really, as much as I like having a bad reputation, I feel like there's a certain point where you don't want to be completely kicked out of an entire place, and those guys are, I feel, very close to the limit.
So, you guys enter the. If I can finally turn this ambient up for a reason that it makes sense. You guys enter in a fairly quiet at this time of day, a smaller tavern. Mostly looks like a waiting area for folks who are either running the train, running the vehicles, or working in some of the warehouses that are the top side closest to the elevator. As you first walk in, there is a center, almost rounded bar. A bunch of smallish tables throughout the space that are almost completely unadorned, except for low lanterns that are providing some little bit of ambient light to the area. You can see dominating the center of the room is that bar, and the bar is almost made out to kind of look like a nest. Above it, there is a taxidermied creature of some kind. It looks like a massive bird. The wingspan itself actually spans almost the entire ceiling of the tavern, and you can see that along the wings, hanging from short string, are a number of electrum, bronze, or copper and silver pieces that have all sort of been like hung from its wings, dangling from the ceiling.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender and say, "How you get a electrum piece up there?"
They're provided, they're never given. You look as like a stern-faced warforged. Looks like he's got some damage across his lower jaw, though his voice comes out clear from his chassis.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got some damage up there. What do you mean, provided, not given?
Jesus Christ.
I'm asking for clarification. I didn't say that first part out loud.
If you go and you add to those wings, guarantees yourself safe flight. It's an old pilot trick.
I like that. Speaking of safe flight, me and my partner here are looking for a pilot, helmsman.
You're in the right place.
Recently got ourselves a new airship and looking to take off.
Congrats on your purchase.
Man, more or less. Thank you.
Well, not sure exactly who here is going to be the best pick for you, but you take a walk around and be free with the drinks. You'll find one soon enough.
Alrighty. Well, and here's one for good luck, and I'm gonna cast a fly on myself and fly up and attach a platinum piece.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's the only platinum piece hanging as it swings back and forth a little bit, and as you descend back down again.
I'll whistle while I'm up there, actually, if you don't mind. Sorry, I didn't want to.
Okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm gonna whistle and put a platinum up and go. Whoever's the best helmsman in here, there's more of that where that came from. So I'm right down here, me and my partner, Thelonious Monk, and I'll point down to Quinn.
When he does that, I take a quick look around for anybody that might actually case us.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, 24.
This is not a super crowded place. It's fairly quiet. There are two groups of people. One group of people is towards the back. They appear to be playing Three Dragon Ante. There's a second group of people that look a little more rough and tumble, who are towards the door, and everyone in this room is looking towards you guys. Of the richer group in the back, they all appeared to be very well dressed. They appeared to be led by a almost entirely white, like Siberian tiger tabaxi, who's wearing a burgundy coat that's open, and he has like a poof of a mane, like chest hair, kind of coming out from the front. You also notice that his mane has been curled into almost like an old admiral's wig from like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it's been curled and like all the way down into his chest. And he has like this kind of almost like like the caps on the shoulders on this burgundy coat. As he stands from the group and he says, you're in need of a captain.
You're a guy.
Helmsman, you son of a bitch, I love you.
They immediately fall in love with this guy.
Well, take him.
There's just like twinkling hearts in my
He's
in
charmed
Quinn's
you
eyes.
both. He's the worst one in here.
The gentleman begins to step up to you guys. You can see he's wearing the long coat. He has like a sash around his middle. He jingles as he walks, and you see he's wearing like a long sash of bells. And he sort of like sachets up to you guys, and he says,
"Man, I fucking love this guy."
Gwyn,
This
take
one?
it easy. I mean, just take it easy. Has me forgetting who the fuck I am.
He's flustered. He's like, Quinn, in love.
Quinn, you're straight. Quinn, you're straight.
Am I though?
It's technically bestiality.
Oh my god.
He steps up. He's
I'm not a furry.
As he gets closer to you guys, you can see that he stands right around like just under 6 feet, but you can see that he's wearing like platform boots almost. And he says, "This one is known as the Great Marfus. This one has been a helmsman for many years."
That's Marfusin great.
So have you been around the frontier much?
This one has grown up on the frontier. He spent many a moon traveling by ship and by train and by scrapper.
Huh. So what's your normal cost for, let's say, a couple weeks of adventure?
The Great Marfus prefers his pay daily, 100 gold.
Huh.
We got a guy who can pay that.
I elbow Chuck. I'm not saying shit.
I'm still floating at least a couple feet off the ground, so that elbow hit me in the chin.
I do like the power move of just hovering slightly above someone's head.
Hell yeah. Well, you're goddamn hired. And here's the thing. If you're willing to take let's say a 25% cut off of that, I'll give you an assistant. Make your job a whole hell of a lot easier.
Marfus does not need a co-pilot.
I'm not saying co-pilot. I'm saying assistant.
This could be helpful.
He'd get your breakfast, and he'd run around for you, and like you know what I mean. He'd help curl your mane hair locks.
I'm not guaranteeing that. Thelonious has got a good idea of the right gist, though.
Well, assistants, they do all the shit work. They do the stuff that you don't want to do. So, you'd get the fun stuff.
Yeah, books, golf.
Is Killian standing right next to you guys as you're saying this?
No, he went to go get smokes.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Stuff like that.
I was like, wow.
You're making him a whipping boy.
Yeah, he'll do whatever you want. He's like a total chump. He's like standing right there.
This is acceptable for the Great Marfus. When does he
All right.
begin?
Well, let's bring you down to our new ship. Now, here's the
grab your
thing.
gear.
Here's the thing. Throughout the process of this kind of trading and back and forth that we had with the original owners of the ship, it kind of came with an heirloom, we like to call him, a man who claims that he still owns the ship and is the captain. And, we'll talk with him and deal with him all you want. Don't even answer to him. We'll talk to you and make sure you get paid and everything like that. You just let him rave and rant and whatever. But just wanted to give you kind of a heads up. It's a little bit of an unusual situation, and I don't want you going in kind of being surprised by that or confused ahead of time.
This is fine. Every good ship has at least one eccentric.
And there'll only be one. I'm out of here. Fly away.
He flies out.
That's right. He's the only eccentric.
Flies out the window.
I just look
Morpheus
around, put the hood up, and disappear.
Wait, and I'll fly back in. It's down at the bottom of the drop. It's the only airship there. You'll find it.
He just keeps flying away and then flying back in with a little more information.
All right, and then I'd like to find Killian and be like, "Listen, we found you an assistant.
Oh,
You're gonna love him. He's a little bit of a fancy man and a little bit full of himself." But I think that you guys are going to get along. He's going to show you some of the ropes. But again, he's your assistant, so tell him whatever you want to do.
All right. So I'll be the captain, and then he'll be my assistant.
Helmsman. Quinn's the captain.
Right.
Captain Quinn, that's me. All right. I need to get a hat, I think.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah.
freaking-
Could you pick up, before you get back to the ship, could you pick up Quinn a hat? Fancier the better. Thanks, pal. Just let me know how much I owe you. I'll trust you.
Chuck is the best at going under the table and tying everyone's shoelaces together.
100%. So you guys begin to head back down the drop, I assume. You make it back to the ship with Marfus in tow. Is there anywhere else you guys want to stop before you guys hop aboard?
No. Why did I just hear
Leaving
somebody
the
taking a
tavern?
leak? What just
No,
happened?
somebody pouring ale from the tavern to Amy's hat.
Okay.
That's adorable.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. You turn around and there's a bugbear in an alley. He's just like just looks over you, strong Calvin's face.
Hey,
It's the
you
middle of the
ever
day.
flown an airship before?
No!
What?
We got 2 assistants for you.
What's your name, champ?
Oolog.
Oolog, I like the cut of your jib. You want to be a mechanic?
Chuck,
Yeah.
let's go.
Get on over here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I walk up the gangplank like I'm the goddamn hero I am, and I say, Rosenbrand, get the fuck over here.
I got you 3 helmsmen.
I know you said get 1, but I'm a fucking overachiever. You're welcome.
We know at least 2 are gonna quit because of you.
I'm gonna
only see
stealth
2.
check my way on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a 28.
Like in the background, in the distance, you guys just see like Quinn clambering up the side of the ship and then just rolls in, like rolls onto the deck.
How the fuck you get here? What's up, bud?
As Rosenbrand's like, I only see two. As like very shortly, I found the basically I looked everywhere and I found what I could and here he hands over this like it competes with the hat of disguise in terms of like overall mass and size. It's like a 2-foot brimmed like flat topped hat with a long feather that sticks out the back, and it's sort of like almost like a floppy derby hat. And he's like,
I can't wait to draw this.
No, that's perfect. And honestly, we do need at some point to do that and Guardian with hair.
that's right, Guardian
and Chuck with all the eyes. Like I feel like we're just like slowly progressing to a weirder version of ourselves.
This party is so goddamn weird right now. It's very quickly becoming like what D&D truly is, which is an absolute like just fucking clusterfuck. Everybody like is starting to look like a custom character from a multiplayer game.
Yes.
Where it's like by the end, like Evie's in like a hot dog costume.
Evie just becomes one of the Fall Guys.
Yeah, the giant Slurpee.
Oh my god.
Hey, Killian, this is spectacular. And then I'll pay. How much do I owe?
It was 2 silver for the hat.
Perfect.
And he spent all of the 5 gold that you gave him.
Of course you did.
And
Smokes.
oh right. Yeah.
Oh.
More important.
Yeah, I got you. I'll toss over.
Also, what are these people doing here? I love this one though. And I'll point to. Sorry, what is your name?
That's the Great Mafouche.
It is the Great Marfus.
Marfus.
The Great
Marfus.
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 Marfus. That's fun to say. Marfus.
Marfus.
It's even more fun to be.
Well,
Get out of this guy.
are you from Bastion, by the way?
No, from across the sea.
I notice our accents are similar.
It is curious, no?
Curious indeed.
What is happening right now?
I'll be honest, Marfus. I have never encountered somebody who uses the same language as I. Where did you say you are from? I know you said across the sea. I have ears. I can hear you, but where exactly?
Have you been to the Northern Slashes?
No.
The Northern Slashes is the home of the capital.
The capital of what?
The capital of Lestes.
The Northern Slash. Have I heard of the Northern Slashes?
Give me a history check. You've been in Bastion almost your entire life, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
I mean, I've done a lot of reading, but oh balls, I am rolling like shit today. 18.
18. You have heard of the Northern Slashes. It is the seat of Azurus. The Northern Slashes are basically a bunch of these super rocky islands, almost sort of the way that like the I'm blanking, but like Norway, Scandinavia, how they're kind of like these like long chunks of land that sort of stretch. It's like that, but vertical. And they're these super rocky areas. It's the seat of the capital. For the most part, it is settled by Empire folk, though there are some other groups that have remained independent and live there as well.
Well, welcome aboard, and I look forward to talking to you more about your home country.
The pleasure is mine. And he gives a little bow and begins to sort of sashay away. You can see he's got this long, like golden scimitar on his side. He's very ostentatious, and he's got a bit of a jingle as he walks. You see like a sash of bells that kind of rings around his swashbuckler's coat. He begins to head off. He says to he says like basically like snaps at a deck and he's like, please show me to the captain's quarters. Sorry,
Not
helmsman.
captain. Not captain.
Yes, the helmsman's quarters.
There you go.
And the guy's like, yeah, all right.
And this one too. This one too. You guys are bunking together.
Oh. Right. Okay. I'll follow him. Let me just.
Shelley, did you recruit Killian to come with us?
Meanwhile, Ulok is like. Right. So where do I sleep?
Chuck.
You can sleep on right over there, and I'll point to Rosenbrand's quarters.
No, Chuck. That's no.
Chuck,
no.
I can't help but notice you pointed him towards my quarters, and I need to.
Hold on,
can't.
Rosenbrand. Ulog, you're that way. You know, the mechanics downstairs. Go that way.
Not a mechanic.
You over there. You. Show him to the mechanics' quarters.
Captain doesn't sleep in the mechanics' quarters.
We never said captain. We said mechanic.
We did say mechanic.
Did you?
Drunk.
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I fucking
said
love the cut of this guy's jib. Listen,
right.
Don't let the alcohol be an impediment in following your mechanic-related dreams.
This is an issue for Rosenbrand to deal with, yes? He can sort everything out. That is part of his job, no?
Absolutely, that's why he's the manager of the ship.
Exactly.
He's the manager of the ship.
So let's let him deal with it.
I don't really understand. I asked you to find a helmsman, and you found me 2 mechanics, and whoever that was, it points off to.
I'm very tired. I think I am going to retire to my room right now.
Chuck, you better talk quick, buddy, because you know that I'm really bad at the talking thing.
I got no problem talking and explaining this entire situation to you, Rosenbrand. Listen, here's the thing. And I'm guessing, this might take a little bit of acumen to understand, but God damn it, you're full of it. You're full of acumen.
Honey.
I'm giving him honey.
Okay.
He's so goddamn sweet, this fella.
There you go.
Rosenbrand. Here's what we did. You got a staffing problem. People tend to quit left and right, left and right, left and right. So what we did was we filled up your left and right. We got one on the left hand, one on the right hand, 2 helmsmen working in tandem, and let me tell you, they're both the best in the goddamn biz. And what happens is they'll work together, lightening the load, working with each other, and that way you get the boat flowing twice as good.
Give me deception or persuasion, because there were a lot of lies mixed in there, but there was also a lot of persuasion mixed in there.
You work it out. 1 second.
He doesn't get advantage because I'm helping?
I guess so, but barely.
I mean, technically,
honey. It's like prep, like pep talking him the whole time.
All right. Well, 18.
I don't know if I can afford to pay all these people right now. I'm going to trust your judgment, but please, let's be responsible here. We barely got this ship in the air as it is.
Well,
Rosenbrand, I will pay. I'll just kind of like put my arm around him and kind of like turn him a little bit, and I'll just say, I will cover the cost of Killian. So you do not have to worry about it.
Okay, all right. The boy does seem competent. I just don't know his skills as a helmsman.
Right. Well, you see, I plan to have him be more like my assistant than yours.
Okay. He like gives you like a nudge in the ribs. I completely understand.
And to add on to that, when they said that I couldn't be the CEO of one of the largest trading organizations on all of Bastion, I told them I've got gusto and confidence. And this kid, a lot of people said, a lot of people said he couldn't be a helmsman, and now look at him, helmsman of one of the finest goddamn ships in all of Bastion.
You say that like a piece of paneling like falls off the captain's quarters and lands on the deck. We'll clean that up.
Definitely one of the best, no doubt.
Top 10 at least.
Now let's go make you some fucking money.
All right, perfect. Let's wrap it up. The gangplank gets pulled aboard. You see they begin pulling the sandbags up over the side as the ship begins to lift off. You see Marfus at the wheel. He is holding one side of it, and Killian's holding the other side. And they're kind of looking at each other. And like Marfus is like giving him this look, and Killian's like,
God damn it.
as the ship begins to lift up off the ground and begins to head to the north at a slight angle. And with that, we're gonna take a quick 20-minute break.
I'm surprised we got off the ground.
It just crashes immediately. Well, let me get my crashed airship map ready. All right. We'll see you guys in 20 minutes.
You know,
And we're back.
I always
Yeah,
thought it was
we're
crazy that like none of our sponsors ever come back. They're kind of just one and done deals, and I don't know. Is it us or is it them? What's the deal here? What do you guys think?
A lot of them go out of business, but
That's
I
true.
think also that we also sort of we have a certain way with our sponsors. I think that might scare some people away.
Yeah.
But I mean, this week's sponsor is going to be totally different. It's a totally different story. Actually, Dan, if you wanna lead us in.
Yeah, speaking of
really
businesses that will never go under, you've heard of Bottled Shirley Temples. Now try Bottled Shirley Churches, which I'm told is just a combination of red wine and grenadine. I've had them myself. They make me violently ill, but I'm sure they won't for you because I have a weird wine allergy. And although I've consistently insisted, please stop sending me this, I cannot try it. They continue to do it, and I am still allergic to red wine. That being said, the cherry was ultimately very sweet, and, boy howdy, if you order it online, you can get yourself a free sample pack sent to you, and, enjoy it all you can. Shirley Churches, the stuff Christ was too afraid to drink.
Thank you so much, Shirley Churches, for being this week's sponsor. We really appreciate it.
Was that their actual tagline, or was that off the top of your head?
That was their actual tagline. It's it says it right underneath the bottle, and I'm really glad that I don't have a bottle on me right now because boy howdy is their logo offensive.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can imagine. But let me paint the picture a little bit more. It's Christ in a Shirley Temple wig, and I told them that was offensive. It's sacrilegious even, but they added little tap shoes on, but you can see the tap shoes are already impaled with the sticks that went into Christ's feet. So I again said tasteless,
No.
but they insisted. So anyway, let's play some D&D.
So, it's already been about one day of relatively smooth sailing through the sky. There's been a bit of bickering at the wheel, some confusion as to who may actually be the captain, and at a certain point, Marfus approaches you,
Helmsman.
Chuck.
Helmsman. There's no dispute. There should never be a dispute over who's captain.
Yeah. There's a dispute over who's Would you have to like hold onto your head? It's like anytime you're above deck, it just threatens to fly away. Basically, just doing this the entire time.
It makes Chuck laugh as hard as it makes me.
Captain, may I speak to you?
To you, Quinn.
Yeah. What's
Uh,
how can I help you? Marsupio? Yeah.
Marfus.
Marfusio.
From like across the...
There's a bit of confusion because I feel like I have an assistant, but he calls me the assistant, and I am just confused.
No, Marfus. Look, he's kind of a special case. He is he's related by blood. I don't remember the actual relation because I'm not the smartest dagger in the box, and he's not really. He may or may not be really smart. It's one of those things where they're so smart that they seem kind of dumb. And he was explained that his position and everything, and I think that maybe he may have mixed it up. But like I said, he is kind of special. So if you just humor him and kind of move around him and do what you do best, we'll be fine.
This is the problem with nepotism. You get these people that is implanted into the.
Yeah.
But I would never let that fly on my ship.
You're not wrong. But I kind of, when you owe a favor to somebody, you just do the favor, So I'd appreciate it if you just work with us on this one, and you'll get paid your 75%.
Yes. That It sounds good. Turns around and begins to head back. As you
Wonderful,
hear,
helmsman. Thank you.
as you hear a call towards the front of the ship, Rosenbrand, standing like almost Captain Morgan-esque in the front of the ship, as he's like adjusting something on the side of his face, and as he turns, you can see he's wearing a pair of the gilded gazers.
I got some.
And he pulls them off, and he says, Evie, could we perhaps have a quick conversation? Grohl, you two.
Don't forget the captain.
He looks at you, looks to the hat, looks to Chuck. We will address this later. Right now, we need to speak about something else. Grohl, it looks like we may have found the trail. Oh? You guys look over the side of the ship. There is on the horizon a great big, like black spot that's just over a mountain range. And he says, we've been chasing the storm, and I think the storm will be crossing our path in just a few days. We may need to make a slight detour. Did you think about what I asked?
Well, yes, I did, of course. You know, I am very interested in your offer, but I did need to run it by group, and I don't know if Guardian ever talked to the rest of the crew.
What's this offer?
How about this? And he like stands up and ding 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 on like the central mast of the ship and just rings it back and forth. You guys all hear it below decks, whoever's below decks, and folks begin to come up. And he sort of calls a ship meeting on the deck as both Killian and Marfus are fighting over the wheel. I have this under control. You don't need it. Look, I just want to help. And like back and forth. Well, it appears our initial adventure is just a few days away. We do, however, have some folks we need to take to Hyacinth. If everyone is in favor, perhaps we take just a small detour just to get to the center of this storm and do a little bit of reconnaissance, see what exactly we're dealing with. No need to get too close. Just a quick little peek.
Rosenbrand.
Yes?
Is this the same storm that we hightailed it to outrun last time?
No. That was much worse. That was a plane shift. The plane shifts are far too dangerous to pass through. Well, you can, but definitely odds are stacked against you. No, this is a. Go ahead.
I'll say with that guy at the helm, and then I'll point to both of them.
That guy at the
It's
that
far
guy
enough
at the helm.
It's far enough away that's kind of hard to tell who you're actually pointing at.
We got nothing to worry about. You got it.
Oh, okay. So Evie and Chuck, in favor?
As long as Guardian says it's okay, I'm here with him.
Yeah, Guardian, aren't we heading out to find some things specific for you, my friend?
I'll take Folly's end to a separate.
I pull them all away.
All right.
Talk
Watch
about
the hat.
it.
Watch the hat. Watch the hat.
Watch the hat. Watch the hat.
It's expensive.
2 silver.
Mine's really cool.
I'm gonna try to stealthily put a cigarette burn in the hat as this is happening.
Make a sleight of hand check. You have to beat his passive perception.
Wow. Good rolls. 17.
Oh, you beat it by 1, I want to say.
Right in the back of the hat, right up over the brim starts. Does something smell like it's burning?
Gives it character.
It's like a bullet hole that passes straight through, but not nearly
Chuck,
as full.
are you smoking again? What?
I'm always smoking, god damn it, but I can't light shit up here. Fucking airship moving too fast.
I can't light it. Damn it.
Guardian.
Damn it.
I'll stand in
I'll
front
block
of
the way
sorry,
for
sorry.
him.
Oh, yeah, did you want something?
Right? Yeah. What's the?
We
what's
were
going on?
having a meeting, and you have pulled us aside. What is the deal?
This is a slight detour for us. This isn't exactly where we're going. It is a couple of days off from where we're supposed to go. But Evie here has another contract with Rosenbrand that she might want to take following the storm. It doesn't really follow where we're supposed to go, but I leave it up to the group of whether or not we want to chase the storm. It does seem very dangerous and could leave us potentially stranded.
Well, Evie
Are we on a timeline?
We
Wasn't there
are.
a certain amount of time that we had to get where we're going and get the stuff back? Or
Whatever's out there, it's still going. It's gonna keep going with or without us.
Well, that's if we want to catch the train in Hyacinth. We're in a timeline. If we want to see what happens here, and then maybe they take us to wherever the train's going next, we can do that too. I mean, Evie seems like good people. Figure if she needs a hand, should give her a hand. But I agreed. That's not a pun, by the way, Evie. I don't want to be offensive. You got great hand. I don't want. That was weird. Hey, Guardian, whatever you say, I'm fine with. But my passive vote is we go in and investigate, see what we can find. It might help us in the long run with whatever you're bringing us out in the middle of the desert for.
It's along the same paths, just a slight detour, so it doesn't.
That
seem
is my understanding. That perhaps what we can glean from the storm may help us in the future. So Quinn, it is up to you, I suppose. Now.
no, don't leave it up to me. I'm coming along for Guardian. If Guardian says that we can afford to do a slight detour, and you have a need, I'm more than happy to help out.
The Hardy Boys are in it.
In it to win it.
Hey, all right, I like that rhyme.
I'll pull Rosenbrand and Grohl into the group now too.
Oh!
How
Can't hear a
long?
goddamn thing on this deck. Wind.
How long will this detour take?
Well, if we double time, perhaps maybe 2 days out of the way. Not too far.
What do you hope to find in this storm?
We don't know. Well, we
Yes,
can hope.
this is the point. Is that we do not know what it will give us, but
All I know
Alright.
is that this storm has been constant across this part of the frontier for almost 2.5 years. It moves in a circle. It's a bit odd, right? We think that there could be something in the storm itself, or perhaps it's some sort of channel coming from the plane of air. We don't know. But we do know things can be a bit strange on the frontier, and you have to admit you're a bit curious about the storm. Just a little bit.
Is this storm something that threatens the settlers out here in the waste?
It does. And that's part of it. But also, it's a good deal academic, too.
I believe
Does this? I was just gonna ask if there's pink lightning in this storm. Have you seen this storm before?
Well, we have not gotten close enough quite yet, but we have heard reports that there is pink lightning within the storm, as well as a bit of strange happenings to the landscape where it passes over. Crystal growths and strange fauna, flora as well.
Chuck, didn't we? I mean, we were in this storm before, weren't we?
Something like it.
A wild.
I say we
magic
find
storm?
out what's in the middle of it. I'm for it.
Listen,
Okay.
you guys, and I'll
I-
take out the schema and plop it up down on the ground and just get down on one knee and kind of point to the schema in all sorts of ways and be like, well, you see, we need to understand, and I need to get some more of the tuning forks, okay? And it's very possible that this is the type of storm that may have something that we need to unlock this schema. So you understand now. I cannot be any clearer about it. I do not know if the hat is preventing information from going into your head or what. But
Evie, don't be a dick. Look, I was trying to say to you, be careful, because if I remember correctly, if you cast magic things in the storm, which it sounds like you're planning to do, weird shit happens. So I'm all for it. Let's go see. Let's see if we can figure out the tuning forks and all the things. But when the last time we were in this and somebody cast, it's wild magic or something. So that's all the information that I can remember, because this happened a few years back. So
we'll proceed with caution. But we shall proceed.
Cool.
Splendid. Okay. Well, I'll let the helmsman know. Heads off immediately. You see, you guys can all watch, like, the wind is whipping past your ears. You can't quite hear it, but you see he walks up to to Marfus and Killian, and you just see like, and they're just both like,
it's all going according to plan.
What plan?
Killian's learning how to be the best goddamn helmsman in the desert.
Rosenbrand stomps back over. He looks to Quinn. He looks to Chuck. Of all the things that you have put me through, a mutiny under my own nose is... Well, I should have known.
What are you talking about?
They think you're the captain.
Oh no, that's just...
It's because of the hat. It's a joke.
I'm not laughing.
Maybe.
Speaking of dicks, am I right?
First off, good one, Evie. Second off, if you're not laughing, that sounds like a you problem, buddy. Now, I found this helmsman. We found this helmsman, and as previously stated, and I'll kind of get up once more close to him, and I'll say, as previously stated, buddy, we're friends. Now, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder. I don't think you want to be talking to your friend that way, right?
Give me an intimidation check. You back.
Oh god.
I'm trying to be his goddamn friend. I've not rolled above a 10. 17.
You and him off in Hyacinth.
What?
Well, here's the thing. I think we both know that's not going to happen because we got to help you get through this goddamn storm. Which, by the way, we're helping you do. So you're welcome for that.
It's always one step forward and two steps back with this crew. You help me with one hand and you strike me with the other.
You're not being struck. Nothing's happening. You still got your goddamn ship. You need to calm the fuck down, Rosenbrand.
This is unreal. He just turns and walks into his cabin.
Man, he's always fucking like this. I can't deal with this guy.
Really antagonizing him.
I'm antagonizing him. He's antagonizing me.
I need you guys all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck!
Oh boy.
I was just about to say something to Evie. Speaking of, and... Okay.
Oh,
21.
19.
Dex.
22.
Sorry, 16.
16. What was yours, Evie?
19.
Oh,
19.
wait, I get advantage on Dex. Oh, no.
The whole ship kind of rocks to the side and then straightens out again. As you guys all are half the people on the deck are knocked prone. As you guys all stand and look, and you hear "sorry" from the top of the ship as the wheels wildly spinning, and you see Marfus grab it and start pulling it back. It's this one has it under control. Yeah, it's pulling it.
Brain, you upset him.
As the ship now begins to careen further now towards the north. west. So, as we're moving through this space, if there's anything you guys would like to do to prepare before we get within half a day of the storm, let me know.
Okay, I just wanted to walk up and speak with Evie real quick.
Go ahead.
Like directly after this meeting. Hey, I didn't mean to call you a dick. I feel like I never know if you're gonna come at me and call me an idiot or those sorts of things, and I kind of lashed out, and that was wrong. So, I regardless of the kind of the back and forth, I kind of like you. You're a fun person and you're capable. So I feel like I'm sorry. I just thought I'd say that. You're not a dick. I mean, no more than any of us is. So,
It's fine.
I was scared at first.
I'll punch him in the shoulder really hard. Listen, I do not always know when I offend people, okay? Just very much like you guys. So, there's very little that actually offends me, but sometimes it does get through to me that I am maybe, not saying the right thing at the right time, and that is why I primarily, Can you turn the engine down? That is why I primarily... Honestly, we're trying to have a...
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I can barely hear it.
Quinn. What I am trying to say is that I am usually a solitary person. And, I like to keep to myself most times because I do not succeed in the people thing that much. I feel like you get that. Like, we are similar in that way.
Yeah.
So, it's all good, okay?
Yeah, I totally understand. I'll get you a drink when we get kicked off the boat. So.
I'll try not to call you an idiot.
And I'll try not to be one. But, a little hard. Can't fix dumb, right? And I just walk away.
That is the one true thing you have said so far.
Oof. I'm gonna genuinely study Marfus and try to just pick up more machine handling stuff.
Okay, go ahead and give me a machine handling check.
It's a 7.
A 7? Though you're distracted by Barfus himself, and maybe it's because also Killian's kind of holding onto the wheel and messing up his game, but there's a certain flourish to everything that Marfus does. You can't tell if it's actually integral to the process, or if it's just extra, just extra flourish that he puts on everything. He almost whenever he's at the helm, he's kind of got like a chest out sort of thing, and then he'll ha-ha, and spin the wheel and catch it, and then pull it back. And he'll call out something to the rest of the crew on the deck as they begin to move into place, but I don't know. It's almost like a dance to him.
Okay. Weird, but okay.
It's Marfusiisms.
I would like to go to Grohl and ask her if there's anything that I need to know about what we're going into to prepare better for it. Anything that she knows about this thing that might give me a little insight as to what we're going into.
My guess would be it has much to do with cloud crystal and the wild magic storms. Some sort of localized weakening is happening to the lattice here. I think there may be a concentration of cloud crystal within the center. The mystery, however, is why the storm moves.
Okay, so do we plan to just circle over the storm? Is that what is the deal? And then you and I will observe and try to make our best observations.
We will make our best observations, and perhaps we will gain some insight into the things that we see.
Right. No time like the present. Let's do it.
So over the course of the next few days...
Ooh.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to, as we're traveling, keep communicating with the docent to find out more
Of
about
course. Of course. What would you like to say to the docent?
I'm going to ask it if it remembers any more about its past or its true function, or maybe even its name.
I can check. Would you like to help me?
I would.
Okay. You close your eyes. Give me a history check with advantage.
Yikes. Oh, yeah, wow. That's a 3 and a 0.
Ooh.
So a 3?
There's... You're just complete darkness. And then 2 gleaming eyes of a Warforged juggernaut rush towards you. And then you snap out of it. I'm sorry, I was unable to focus. Perhaps with more time, there will be more to uncover. I may be able to help you more with your own past, if that's what you desire. But for now, mine remains locked.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, so I'll go below deck into one of the empty cabins and I guess start to concentrate on that.
Okay. So, close your eyes. Let me turn the desert in a little bit here. Oh no, it stopped.
Ship crash.
The ship just explodes.
And then everything went quiet.
That's okay. So, you go down to one of the rooms, sit down on the edge of one of the cots. The eyes of your helm go dark. And as you open them, you can already feel the ache in your back and pinch in the across your shoulders of having stood at attention for an entire shift. There's an uncomfortable shift next to you as someone kind of oof. As you turn and look at them, they have a familiar face. Their features and eyes are, it's like looking into a mirror. And they say, almost done. Let me get the hell out of here for the day. What do you want to do tonight? We got some time, a few days off. I've got some coin. What do you think?
What's the surrounding area look like?
You are in a gorgeous palace. It is, the architecture itself looks ancient and intricate, almost elven. And as you look, there is a long red train that runs between you, like a long red carpet, that disappears into another room far on the other side with 2 more guards guarding it. They're more than 100 feet away, and the doorway they stand in front of is over 80 feet tall. To your left, you see an immense staircase that's carved and rounded so that it almost spills down the stairs like water rapids. And all of a sudden, you hear a light fanfare, like a dun, dun, dun. The man next to you turns, looks, and says, "Okay, heads up." And he stands at attention. From down the stairs descends 6 individuals. A few of them appear to be elven or half-elven, some of them human. A single gold dragonborn stands out amongst some of them with his hands clasped in front of him, his chin high. His long spikes are woven through with a ceremonial sort of You notice it's common for Dragonborn to adorn their head crests with twines and with tapestries and things like that hang down the back of their bodies. That's what you see, and it sort of catches the wind as they're walking and sort of flutters in the breeze like a flag. And behind all of them, you see a female, dark skin, maybe in her early 20s, as she descends down the stairs behind the rest. And as she begins walking down the stairs, she turns an eye towards the guard standing next to you and continues walking. And as they pass through the room, there's a wry grin from the guard standing next to you. And he says, "What do you say about that drink, brother?"
Let's do it.
Cuts out. And you wake back up on the bed.
Did any of those individuals look familiar?
The ones, the dark-skinned female did look familiar, and the gentleman sitting next to you did look familiar. As you're thinking on it, the resemblance was familial between you and the man standing next to you. You think he may have been your brother. And the woman, you're not sure of her connection. You caught the connection between the two of them, but you don't know what the significance was necessarily. Perhaps just a passing fancy, perhaps a secret shared, but unclear.
The docent is helping me remember, but is it also seeing these images as well, or is it just helping me remember?
It also sees the images.
I guess I'll ask the docent if any of that, if it knows of that location or any of the important individuals in that vision.
As a matter of fact, yes. And let me pull up my manuscript. Maybe one day I'll be able to keep all of this in my head, but today is not that day.
It's okay.
The Dragonborn was Xenax Regis clan, who was I believe this was one of the highest ranking generals during the Great War, or became one of the highest ranking generals during the Great War. The female at the end of the train was Princess Azoras. The others were various attendants. It did not seem that the Emperor himself was in attendance. The gentleman who stood next to you is unfamiliar.
Thank you.
It appeared from architectural records that that was the palace of Azores itself. Perhaps more will come with time.
Okay. And I'll sit there and mull over this for a bit.
Oh. You guys get within half a day? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just real quick. Real quick. Over the course of the time that it takes us to get there, I want to just start building a rapport with Killian. Just hanging out, chatting him up, and like inviting him into my workshop from time to time to discuss various things and just kind of start to build some sort of stronger relationship with him.
On one of the nights when you guys are in the workshop together, he's like, "This is absolutely incredible. I'd much rather be doing this, to be honest with you. What are you building? What is this?" He picks up one of the tuning forks. He's like, boom, and as it rings out, there's like a push through the room. You kind of feel the tone in your chest. He's like, "Oh, I'll be doing that again."
Us, you might want to be careful with some of the things that you see in this room. But I'm currently trying to figure all this out. And I remember that you had wanted to build your own warforged. This is something that is very interesting to me too. We briefly discussed it, but now that you are here, I'm hoping that we can maybe work more closely together on that endeavor.
No, I would like that a lot, actually. I think. Hold on. He kind of like shuffles in beside you and is like, "There's a few things I had wanted to question you about here. Mostly was about the Warforged thing. What didn't work
About yours?
about mine?"
Well, see, I think you came at it from the angle of taking what was once alive and trying to infuse life back into it, no? As you see, it will not work, and it is not lasting. I have tried this myself, and the results are quite monstrous, actually.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly why it does not work that way, but it just doesn't. But I think it is a combination of metal parts and organic parts coming together in a certain manner. But more than that, there has been a recent development with my knowledge of this. See our friend Guardian. He is a warforged to begin with. He recently acquired another piece to himself. Don't know if you noticed the light in the center of his chest.
Right, I did. I wasn't sure what that was.
It is more fascinating to me every time I speak with Guardian, but anyway, this is docent. I don't think it gives him life, but it is an additional piece of that puzzle that together maybe you and I can unlock.
Let me roll an Arcana check for Killian, if he's heard of a docent before.
I think I can help with Arcana.
Yeah, you wanna...
Not like help him remember, but he can add a d4. Or maybe that's just me.
Not amazing. Do you want to add a d4 to it?
Sure. I'll give him Flash of Genius.
Oh, it's just 4. It's just a straight 4, so he gets a 14.
Okay.
I haven't. Docent doesn't really come to mind. I only really just started getting interested in the Warforged. I dabbled a bit with automata when I was a kid. Little animals and things like this. And he kind of points over to Floofy, who just gets like a soft, like mechanical woof when he looks at him. But Warforged just seems to be a much bigger conversation. But the docents, you said it's like a piece of him?
I am not entirely sure what it does, but it is almost like imagine like an upgrade to a rifle. Okay, so you have the basic rifle that works the way that it does, and the docent would be like adding a scope or adding something that helps it function in a better way. So I believe that is how it works.
I think maybe you need to take that docent and crack it open, see what's inside. Honestly, it's I'm not so sure he's going to part with it, but that's what I would do. But see what makes it tick. Maybe that's the key.
Yes, well, I'll use that as a last resort, of course. I think in the meantime, if you can just keep your eyes open, maybe observe Guardian yourself and see how he functions and make any notes.
Yeah, of course. I think we've still got a couple more days on the road or in the sky. Maybe I could help you out a bit more in your shop?
Oh, absolutely. I've got plenty of things for you to do in here, so anytime you want to come by, please do.
All right. Cool.
It's good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you too. I think I'm gonna go for a bit, get some from the galley. I'll catch you later. Good talk. Sort of like, kind of nervously walks away.
Go back to doing what I'm doing.
Is
Busy
anybody
myself
else?
with things.
Does anybody else have anything they want to hit before we close in on the storm?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Shoot that storm.
I'm gonna shoot that storm so full of fucking bullets.
It's actually just morning when you guys begin to close in on the storm. You hear the bell ringing from above. The ding, 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 back and forth. As the four of you climb the deck, and if the four of you get above deck, you can look. There is a wall of dirt and sand and wind that is just rushing past you guys at breakneck speed. Rosenbrand turns and says, "Well, here it is. We're on the precipice now, boys. We ready for this? Don't know what we're going to find."
I will have reattached or like put the jetpack back on.
Okay.
Before
and the gauntlets
and the gauntlets, yeah.
And the breastplate too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's been like a long rest, right?
Yep. You guys can I'll take a long rest before we dive in.
Let's do this.
All right. Here we go. So the whole thing is to lurch forward. So you guys look back and fighting over the wheel. Let's bring in our... Every time I go to select the music, everything shifts on the page. It's pretty fun.
Okay, I can't even access Foundry, so it's alright.
Me neither.
Well, you guys should be able to hear my... You guys can be able to hear my desktop the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, so you guys begin closing in on the storm. As soon as you pass through the wall, immediately you're all buffeted. You all have to hunker down. Rosenbrand, now down on the ground, is like, "Here, take these!" And begins handing out what looked like basically goggles with a hard leather strap to the back. And you guys all fit them on over your eyes. As you look up now, you can see... It's not giving you any extra ability through the to see through the sand, but you're no longer being buffeted in the face.
I've got 2 sets of goggles.
One set here and one set here. These are just for show.
I
Show
still
goggles.
got my gilded gazers,
So,
Ooh.
as you guys fly into the storm, you're being buffeted. There's just in front of you all as you're pushing through the storm. And as you guys begin to come in towards the center, all of a sudden things begin to calm. And you look, and hundreds of feet down, you begin to hear the of what looks like a massive land crab moving sideways. Tall spires of cloud crystal on its back that rise hundreds of feet in the air as they arc pink lightning in all directions. Looking around you now, there's a huge open cylinder of clear air as it spins around in the eye of this storm. You can see tiny creatures flitting around the top of this tall spire of pink stone. As Rosenbrand says, "I knew it. Bring us in!" to the captains behind, or to the helmsman behind, and immediately Marfus just grits his teeth. You can see his curls are flapping in the wind, and he begins to bring it down as it's now heading almost in a nosedive closer in. As you guys begin getting closer, you can see some of these creatures are flying towards you guys now. They look like they have these long, scaly wings, these grotesque, almost beaked faces, And as they begin coming in closer, you can see that they are almost completely black across their entire bodies and very unbird-like as they get closer. And they're just flying in.
Is there a gun to hop on?
There's a ballista in the front.
Hell yeah.
You run over. I need you to go ahead. You pull the lever down. Roll to hit with your. It's not a packed weapon, so just your dexterity modifier.
And no proficiency? Does it count as a firearm?
It's not a firearm, but you can add your proficiency to it if you're.
All right, 21.
It's a hit. Go ahead and roll 3d10. 3d12. Sorry, 3d12.
You want me to add dex to it too?
Yep.
18.
One of them, it launches, sails out into the sand, and then catches it right under the breastbone. It does like a full backwards flip and falls about 20 feet, and then begins to fly up. As more of them now are rushing in, and some of them begin to land on the deck. One of them kind of comes in too hot, slides and skids, and impacts with the deck, and slides sideways across the front. It's this weird. Its mouth is almost beak-like, but as it opens its mouth, there's a second jaw on the inside that has sharp teeth, and it's gnashing. And as it flips over onto its front, we can
immediately
go ahead.
shoot that fucking thing.
Okay, we'll start off with that. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
Why?
I want to pet it.
You can pet it
I want to talk to it.
on your first
With
turn.
my arrows.
Speak with animals.
Listen, I've tried that path. I've made a couple of friends, but also been shot a number of times.
For anyone watching, the entire first campaign, almost every encounter, they were like, "Can we try and talk to it first, and maybe maybe we can talk him out of it?" That's like, and I was in the back like, "I shoot it."
And you always shot it.
And
I
you
literally
always
once
hit.
tried to hug a suicide bomber.
So literally nothing has changed.
That one was one of my saddest.
All right, let's go ahead and get some initiatives. We're going to start with you, Chuck.
21. Not natural.
Guardian.
16.
Quinn.
15.
Evie.
As I'm rolling really, really good today. That's a 6 for initiative for me.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Don't you have a +5 to your dex modifier?
Were there any of the other sidekicks on board to roll for, or is this?
Do you guys want to take a sidekick?
I mean, they're on the ship, right? So I'm
Yep.
just wondering if they're involved.
Puck, Ziz, or Grohl. You get to pick one.
Up to you guys.
No.
I forget what the other guys' specialties were.
Puck is a tank, Ziz is a DPS, and Grohl is a healer.
Wow. Way to metagame.
It helps.
I'll speed things up.
DPS. Just
Yeah, let's try Ziz.
okay.
We don't need no healers. It's totally canon.
Add the expert to your sheet. Whoever's going to control it.
Such, are you gonna?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Seb, can you bring the music down just a touch?
Of course I can.
Where do I add extra? Choose category. Sidekick. Expert level 12, right?
13.
13. I only see up to 12.
The 13 and just add an extra 8 hit points to their 10 hit points to their hit pool.
God. And their name was
Ziz, Z-I-Z.
my current hit point.
Chuck is here. Queen, I'm assuming is around here. Evie's here. Get Floofy in there. Guardian. There we go. And then let me know. I don't think I have a Ziz token in there, so that's it.
You may have to move my tokens because I can't get into Foundry. So
That's okay. I'll move everybody for you guys. Don't worry.
Oh.
These things aren't harpies, right? Because we know what they look like.
There are not harpies.
Yeah, we encountered harpies already once.
All right, I think we might be ready. Let's give them a little.
All right, who goes first?
All right, that's not bad for them.
Ziz rolled an 18.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and put them in too. Okay. So, if that's the case, then that's going to actually put us with Chuck beginning the round. Actually, Quinn, if you want to take your first shot.
Oh, I get a surprise?
Yeah, we'll count it as like you just fired off right before it started.
Okay, so not a multi-attack shot, just a single shot,
Nope,
right?
single shot. Yep.
Okay. Wait. That's a 20, dirty.
That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. It's not marked or anything, so... Ooh. A grand total of... 14 damage. No, sorry, 13 damage.
Okay. Two like arms go on the deck. It's got like those folded, almost like wyvern wings, where the arms are attached to the wings. It's like it's just this long neck with this long, like weird, like beak at the end, almost like a tuft of weird, feathery, scaly hair across the top of its head. Charles, it is your turn.
Alrighty. I don't think I can get within. I can't get within 40 feet of any of them, right?
No.
30 feet of movement. No.
Not with 30 feet movement. The ship is your. Once you jump off the ship, you'll need to fly or something to get in range.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You can fire at the ones that are. You have a cone, a cone that operates out from the front of the ship. Oh yeah, so you can hit them if you want to, with the ballista.
Yeah, I'll take another shot with the ballista. Why the heck not?
Okay.
Alrighty. Let me roll for that 1 second. Cool. 21 again.
21 is gonna hit.
Alrighty, and it's 3d12, right?
Yep. I know these like tiny little bugs are it's a little tough to see some of them.
25 points of damage.
Awesome.
Wow.
Did I hit? Could I still be aiming for the person that I hit originally?
They're behind you now.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't hit them.
No
But you
worries.
hit one of the ones. You'll hit this one out here. That guy.
Alrighty, and that'll be it for me.
Okay. Next up is Ziz. Who would like to control Ziz?
I'll do it.
Okay. You hear a... And then two, like, serrated blades come off the side of this Thri-Kreen with his two lower arms. He has this, like, long, like, almost moth-eaten, beaten cloak that hangs off of him, but it's the only form of clothing he's really wearing, that and a couple of straps. These big green bug eyes are looking around as he just sprints into battle. I assume he's going to go next to this guy?
Oh, that one's on deck?
Mm-hmm. It is on the deck. It hit the ground.
Got it.
That's the one that Truck hit first.
Chop, chop.
And then hit. All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
You're 21.
That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. 10 piercing, right? Is it? Short sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 10 piercing. The first hit. Second attack is a 25.
That's going to hit.
7, an additional 7 piercing.
Okay. You watch him cutting into this thing. You notice with these serrated daggers that he has, doesn't seem to be, Guardian notices, doesn't seem to be doing quite as much damage as you'd hoped as he's slashing in.
Ew. Sorry, I don't use the help action much, but like what in what situations would,
It grants advantage.
depending on how he's helping though, right?
You can like specify, I think, help with an ability check or help with an attack roll. I think it's with an ability check or attack roll. Not
Got
mistaken.
it. So how about this? He'll use his helpful trait as a bonus action, and he'll use one of his short swords to like pin it down, so it's easier for somebody to hit next.
Perfect. So he just takes the dagger, flips it, and like sticks it down through the wing as it pins it to the deck.
Yeah. So they get whoever receives the help gets a 1d6 bonus to a d20 roll. If that roll is an attack roll, the creature can forego adding the bonus, and if it hits, the creature can add the bonus as attack damage.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Is that Ziz's turn?
Yes.
And Guardian, you're up next. Followed by Quinn.
All right. I'll go up to that one on the ground. Can
Oh,
I
how
flank it?
convenient. Yep.
All right. I'll attack that one.
You guys just hear across the deck of the ship as Guardian springs into action. The sword, the shield on his arm pops out. Sword comes off his back.
First hit is a 21.
Hits. Roll damage.
What the hell? Oh, okay. That's 10 slashing, 2 radiant. And I'll add that d6. Wow. That's an extra 6 damage.
Wow, nice damage. That's that.
Second attack. It's gonna be a 29. 11 slashing, 3 radiant. Are you reading that right? Yeah, I'm reading that right. And then third attack. 23. That is same damage. 11 slashing, 3 radiant. And
Just slashing through this thing as you're cutting it. The radiant damage is opening these deep gashes in the side of its body.
is it still up?
It is, but it is a bloody mess on the deck. You can see there are big splashes of this black fluid that have splashed across the deck and immediately begin to sizzle.
Then I will add on a goading attack. Why not?
Okay.
That's an additional 3 damage and make a wisdom saving throw. DC 18. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
17 fails.
So all attacks.
That was a regular wisdom saving throw, not a save. It was a 21.
Got it. Okay, never mind. You're.
Oh, like scream in its face, it just screams back. It's like nasty paws.
Just both of you yelling at each other.
If he had a tongue, he'd be sticking it at him. End turn.
All right, Quinn, you're up. You see this thing get caught with an arrow, with a ballista and then an arrow, and then it tumbles onto the deck.
There's only one
more
on the deck, right?
There's only one on the deck. There's one on the deck, but there's more that you can see now, like flying towards you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the one on the deck to them. You guys got this, and then I'm gonna turn towards the nearest one and fire a sharpshooter at that one.
Do you want to hit this one over here?
Yes. Since
Cool.
since we're moving forward, and it's gonna get behind us. So, yeah, I'm gonna sharpshooter that baby.
Go for it.
That's a 23.
Gonna hit.
23.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's gonna be favored foe. So that's 19 damage.
Nicely done.
Oh no, sorry, 29 damage. Forgot that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sharpshooter.
Catches it right in the throat. As it keeps flying towards you, though, it's like got this almost like starting to glisten and glow eyes.
Okay, another sharpshooter at it then.
Go ahead.
Oh Jesus, 29.
Mm-hmm.
Not natural. So Colossus Slayer in this one. And okay. Oh no, it's only once per turn round with that, so it's 8.
Sounded like you said 88. I was like, fucking what?
31.
31. Big, healthy chunks taken out of this thing. There's both of those arrows. One goes into one of its eyes, the other one goes into its neck. As it like drops 20 feet and then begins to fly back up again. And is like pretty much on a straight course, or like attempting to turn and fly towards you guys.
Can I find some cover of some sort?
Yep, there is cover along here. Oops. There's cover along here, and there's cover here and cover here.
Okay.
So, do you want to run to the left or the right?
I'm gonna go to the right so I can be in range of that one that Guardian is taking care of. So, yeah, towards that way. That's good.
Okay. Is that good for you, right where you are?
No. Go as far as I can to try and get some cover. And I have a walking speed of 35, so.
Okay. This is cover for you here, if you want it to be.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's do that.
I'm looking for cover on the outside of the ship, right? Or are you looking for cover on the inside of the ship?
Well, if
Like
I can
cover
move
from the
toward...
things on the outside or cover from the things on the inside?
Yeah.
Both? You only get one. You're going to be visible to the one in the middle, or you're going to be visible to the ones on the outside.
Okay, the one's on the outside then.
Okay, so you're hiding
coverage
from
from... Yeah.
You have, all right. You duck down. Are you going to use your bonus action to hide?
Yes, bonus action hide. We'll do that.
Go ahead. The creature on the deck is like, it's covered in this black gore that is now splashed across the deck, and it's like burning and sizzling across the deck. As it clamps both legs down, one of them pinned to the deck by Ziz, raises its head and just... It's like this like ear-piercing shriek comes out from the creature.
Shit.
So that
Very
just missed
rude.
Goofy. I'm gonna need Guardian, Guardian Ziz, and Quinn to all make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm great at those. Oh, I'm not bad at those, actually. Come
Oh
on, baby.
boy.
Uh-oh.
Err. I'm not good at those. That's an 8 from me.
Okay.
Wow.
And Ziz?
Is this got an 8? Guardian got a 13.
Oh,
All
can I?
failure.
Can I?
Hold on. I'm
can
gonna
I-
use Indomitable.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay, both of you go ahead.
Much better. 20,
Oh, wait, no,
not
that's-
natural.
That's the wrong one.
Oh yeah, is it the wrong one? The one
I rolled. I didn't roll the saving throw. I swear.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I rolled the wrong number.
24.
24. You both succeed, but Ziz, you watch Ziz like slam the dagger down. The scream went off, and Ziz is just can't move. He's stunned till the end of the creature's next turn.
You hate to see it.
Aw, poor Ziz.
Reliable talent doesn't work for saving throws, right? It's just ability checks. Right, guys?
Just ability checks. I believe it, not for saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is that creature. That creature is, well, because you're right next to it, it can't really go anywhere. So,
I'm so glad I took lucky. Thanks for convincing me last week, folks.
you know what?
That was-
It's going to chance it. 5, 10. Go ahead and take your attack.
Yes, please. 26.
It hits. Roll your damage.
And it cannot move, or its speed is 0. Sentinel.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it back.
Why is it rolling?
Did you roll 1,000?
That's 10 slashing 2 radiant.
You sure you can't do one more point of damage to it?
Stare at
Well-
it really hard.
I can add a maneuver to that, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'll do a maneuvering attack.
Okay.
You push its corpse.
Woo! Right out the ship. No.
Just throw it off the side.
And I'll give it to who hasn't moved. I'll give it to Evie. You can move 15 or half your movement this right now without provoking opportunity attacks.
Does it cost a reaction or anything?
Yes. So it'll just it allows you to use your reaction to move up to half your speed. So you can do it if you want to, but that's for
You just choose not to use it. No, I'm good. I find where I am.
Just trying to see where it would be useful for me to go if I was going to go anywhere.
That's an extra 9 damage, by the way.
Okay.
I suppose I'll use half my movement to go to the side of the deck to grab some cover. To the left.
Okay. To the left. You got it. To here?
But yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You guys are all spinning around all willy-nilly. Bugging the shit out of me. Is you good? No. Of course. Okay. So you move to here. That is the end of that one's turn. Ah, it was a long turn. This one here is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, it doesn't need the dash. So it's just going to move its full movement for the one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Let's dance, muchach.
45,
You can understand
50,
you, Chuck.
55, 60. That's a
Maybe you
surprise.
can understand a goddamn bullet to the face.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And this one is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Holy shit, 60. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. That's dashing there.
Why is
This
it
isn't-
dashing there? It can't even fucking see me. That's not fair.
It's just dashing onto the ship. It's just trying to get... Okay, it's fine, yeah. You know what? Wait, hold on.
metagaming creature. I hate you.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to instead move to here.
He forgot to tell you that it sees through walls, so
Right.
cover doesn't matter.
It has Quinn vision.
Yeah, exactly. It does have telepathy.
Oh,
It probably does know where you are,
maybe it can understand you, Chuck.
Ah.
but it can probably only speak to you and can't actually figure out where you are. So, but that's fine.
Still, though, I'm coming for you. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, all you hear is like the insane ramblings of a starving madman
Yeah.
coming out of this creature. Just like, just like as they fly towards you guys.
Chuck?
This one here is going to use a real fun attack. It lands and then just goes, and like it exhales all these black spores that begin to rise and cling to the deck. And immediately as they hit the deck, it starts to like sizzle and burn.
Uh-oh.
Give me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Boom.
6.
Okay, you are poisoned. Okay, at the end of each of your turns, you will get to attempt to save from the poison, but at the beginning of each of your turns, you will take a D10 worth of damage.
Okay. And I have disadvantage on everything, right?
Yes, abilities and attack rolls.
So everything.
So everything?
That's not saving throws. You have it. Poisoning, does that make you disadvantage on poison throws? No, just attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not saving throws.
Until you get double secret poison, and then it's
Double secret
also.
poison?
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting.
How many times have you been poisoned this campaign?
So many. I think
So
this is
it's
4
always-
or 5.
It's always, but for some reason, it's always Chuck, and I'm like, it's not like I'm picking things out of the monster manual and be like, oh, this would be fun to poison Chuck with. It's just like,
Sure,
fucking
you're
hap-
not.
To be fair, I haven't always been poisoned by a monster. I believe 2 of those times was my own doing.
Chuck,
Or at least one of them certainly was, and I think the other one was I walked on as someone else triggered a trap and I got hit by it, if I'm not mistaken.
the universe wanted you poisoned.
Yeah.
Does 18 hit?
Wonder who controls that. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
Chuck Brock's dead.
Yeah, and 18 does. I've yet to drop my stock encumber.
Okay. Then you're gonna take 8 points of damage as it's basically like needle stabs you with its beak and then tries to come in with a talon.
Yeah, real fucking rude.
22. 17 points of slashing damage as it jumps up and rakes you with one of those talons.
Okay.
Next one's going to attack Evie. This one is going to, as it's standing next to you, is going to attempt to screech as well within a 20-foot radius. So Mrs. Floofy again. Look at that fucking diagram. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, this one dashed, so it does not get to attack. That's my mistake.
Okay. Pretty funny though.
This one already used its
What if
ability.
he's just sitting there, unmoving, not
attack.
affected by anything that's happening?
Clicking
The
his
smartest
robotic-
of all of us.
Okay, because those other ones dashed, that is their turn. Evie, it is now you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so she sees what's happening with the poison, and she's going to pull out a. Basically, it's like one of those pens that, like, when you flip it upside down, like the clothes come off the person. And she's gonna press the button, and then an aura of purity comes out 30 feet around her. And so, anybody within this aura of purity, I've got good news for you. Let's see. As long as I can hold my concentration. You cannot become diseased. You have resistance to poison damage. You have advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
We'll catch you around, I guess.
Okay, it's a 30-foot radius.
Correct. So, with that, I am going to... Oh, whoops. I'm going to...
Oh, wait, 30-foot radius, 30-foot diameter.
Okay. 30-foot radius.
It's a big fucking circle.
It's a 4th level spell.
Wow. Okay. Well, let me double this then.
Maybe the ship is just small.
Hey,
So
there we are.
Well, yeah, that's everybody. All right.
And that's resistance against what? Poison damage or immunity to poison? How's it work? Sorry, I was clicking on things.
It's all good. Cannot become diseased and resistance to poison damage, and then you have advantage on saving throws. Blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
Oh, great. Okay, so on your next one, Chuck, you will have advantage on your saving throw.
Correct.
Nicely done, Evie. Way to be selfless in battle.
It's goddamn utility if I ever heard one.
She was using it on herself. We just happen to be in the
We happen
radius.
to be in the radius.
Hey, I'll take it.
It's my lucky nudie pen that sends out an aura of purity. All right, so that is what I am going to cast, and I suppose since I can't everybody in that radius, I'm going to stay fucking put.
Okay.
And then I am going to send Floofy. Oh, where do I want to send Floofy? I want to send Floofy. Let me double check how far he can go.
I think 30 feet.
I think it's actually 40.
What?
So, 5,
Where are you
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Can you command and take the dash action on your bonus action as well?
Yeah, I can. But do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send Floofy over on the other side of Ardian.
The other side of who?
Ardian.
Guardian.
Correct.
I
right
I
there.
heard RDM.
Yeah, I heard RDM as well, and I was like,
I love that band.
And then attack the creature that just landed there.
okay, roll to hit.
Okay. It's going to... Gets a plus...
Oh, I mixed these up. Oh well.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Excellent. Yay. And we'll do some damage. Amazing. 3 points of force damage, but I'm going to throw an arcane jolt on top of that
Okay.
and add... I believe it's 2d. Oh, let me double check. Sorry, I don't have this memorized. Arcane jolt is an extra
Wait,
2d.
is that using your reaction?
No,
Oh, it's just you can
Just-
just arcane jolt whenever you want.
yeah, it's an ability.
You can just arcane jolt whenever you want.
Whatever I want, guys. That's pretty cool. An extra 6 points of force damage.
Okay. Remind me later. Jeez. All right.
And turn.
Bites. And there's like that blast from the inside of Floofy's mouth as like a chunk of this creature's blown inward.
Hell yeah.
And if that's your turn, let's bring us to the top of the round to Chuck. Go ahead.
You,
Take 1 point. Oh no, wait, what the fuck? Why doesn't it add up?
It's 1d10, right?
It's 1d10, but for some reason, on the virtual tabletop it showed as a 1, but on the actual roll it shows as a 10. So they're not synced for whatever reason. You're going to take 5 points of poison damage.
Okay. I will drop Stock and Cumber and say, very rude of you. Sharpshooter shot right in front of me.
Nice. You're using Stock and Cumber?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you watch as he's got the shield now in front of him. He drops the shotgun into the slot in front of the Spartan shield and just pulls the trigger. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Unbelievable. No, it's not for damage. I got a 11.
Oh, for the save?
To hit.
Oh, to hit. Okay.
I'm
gotcha.
assuming an 11 does not hit.
Does not quite hit.
Yeah. I'll do it again. Alright. That's a little bit better. 20-something.
Gonna hit for sure. Is that sharpshooter you said?
Yep.
Awesome.
It's 44. Seven plus 17. Sorry, I got the math because it's not automatic. So it's 17 plus 20 plus, or no. It's 27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
So you. There's like this resounding report, but all the kickback is held into the shield. And I believe your AC is now 20 something?
19.
19?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna all action surge and do it again.
Awesome. You basically you as you pull the shield back, you notice there's like a bunch of rounds on the inside of the shield. You pull it back, snap it open, and just run the back of the shotgun up the shield, and it automatically loads a round. You snap it down and drop it back into the shield again and fire.
I don't mind this thing at all. And then it's like a 28.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Sharpshooter again, you said?
Yep. Uh, 28.
Another resounding report. You're blowing big holes in this thing. There's like giant chunks missing from the wing now. Are you shooting the one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right in front of me.
Gotcha.
Then I'll do it again. Sharpshooter.
Go ahead. Jesus, just blowing holes in this thing.
18.
That will hit. Roll damage.
All right. Uh, 29.
Huzzah.
So this just was blowing holes in this thing, pulls it back, flips it open, reloads, drops back in, fires again, and this thing is just like as it's getting hit by these huge blasts, being knocked back. As both of its talons land back on the ground, it's missing a giant chunk out of its head, and there's like this black goo seeping from the inside of it. It has a mortal wound in its face, but it's still trucking.
That's gross.
Hitting the deck and sizzling.
I'm gonna then Hexblade's curse the one behind me.
Okay. Put that on it. All right.
And then oh wait, I realized I wasn't rolling with disadvantage for any of those. Or do I not do it anymore? Because
you're okay. Oh well, fuck it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But roll your save.
Yeah.
See, didn't matter that you were poisoned.
There we go. Tight.
Okay.
All right. 22.
So you shook off the poison regardless, and you're just like, it's like burning your like it's like breathing in nitro. Like it's just burning your whole face, and you shake it off, and as you look up, your vision begins to clear. And that is your turn, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, Ziz, still stunned.
Got it.
I believe they can attempt a. Nope. It's just to the end of his next turn.
Okay.
All right, Guardian, it's your turn.
The one in between us is dead, correct?
Isn't that the one that screamed too? Does it continue to be stunned even though the thing is dead?
I mean, it only lasts for one turn, so.
Oh, that's one turn. At the top of the rocks go, it's gonna end.
That would make sense if you get yelled at, you're like.
All right. I'll move on to the one next to me and Floofy and move in to flank it.
Roger that. We like slam it on the side of the ship. Sword is out, ready to go. Go ahead and attack Floofy.
Oops. Y'all look the same.
I knew that person was trouble.
It wasn't me.
Suddenly racist guardian.
First one to hit. Oh wait, advantage.
All you fleshies look the same.
I love the idea that Guardian can't tell the difference between like a dog and a loaf of bread. It's the joke from Mitchell's versus Machines. If anybody's seen that, it's pretty great.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Netflix? The new. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out too.
First one is a 20.
Hits. Yeah, I've been seeing the art for that all over the place. The billboards of like driving the car and all the crazy shit behind him.
Cool. That's your 15 slashing 2 radiant.
Damn, man. Who gave you all these powerful weapons?
God. And I'm gonna move diagonally to the left so that I'm in between, or the creature is in between me and this side of the boat, or the airship. Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action shield master shove.
Go for it. Is it a strength saving throw from the creature?
Competing athletics.
Competing athletics. Okay.
Guardian like spins around into position and just
19.
Wow. Damn it. 13.
Slamming the side of it, slams into the deck, and screeches in your face immediately.
Be that way. All right. Go back again to flank it.
Okay. Basically, just move around the side, slam the shield in it. It doesn't go anywhere. Screams in your face. Turn back around to the side so you can see Floofy on the other side, like getting ready to bite back into it again.
Good boy. 28.
Hits.
That's 10 slashing 3 radiant. And no, I'm just gonna do it. Last attack. That was a 29. That's 15 slashing 1 radiant.
Giant metal buzzsaw. Just slashing through this thing. There's splashes of black against the side of the boat, splashes against the deck, splashes across Floofy as it like sizzles on Floofy's exoskeleton.
And I will add a goading attack to that.
Go for it. Wisdom?
Yes. It's an extra 7 points of damage.
Where's that check? 14. Failure.
So disadvantage against
Anybody but you.
Correct.
Got it. Immediately turns around, despite the fact that Floofy still has one of its wings in its mouth, and it's like, trying to pull it back. Is that your turn?
End turn.
All right, Quinn. You are up against the boat. You heard that screech and just a complete melee of Guardian ripping through this thing next to you. What would you like to do?
I want to move so that I'm out of the range of that thing's screech attack again.
Okay.
So probably
5,
towards
10.
the front of the boat a little bit. Yeah.
25.
Yeah,
You want to
there
get
we
here?
Yeah, right about there. So that I'm
Okay,
out
you
of
have
range
5
of.
more feet of movement if you want to use it.
I am just trying to get between all of them so that I don't hear that screech again. That's my
Okay.
objective. I'm like looking around, kind of trying to gauge it and everything.
Does this work
and-
for you? Where you currently are?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Actually, one north of that. Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And which one did I mark? Which one was the favored foe?
I think it's. Oh, it was this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The one
peg
that's
that one
next to
again.
her. Okay. Give him a little skull and crossbones.
Always into
See it.
pegging that guy.
Classic Quinn.
Exploring.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that one again, sharpshooter.
Go ahead.
That's not what you said before.
Yeah, what's the other thing you said?
That's 18.
Hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so that one's
Pegged it good.
been bloodied, been marked, sharpshooter. Okay. And sneak attack. Oh, hey, look at that, all the dice.
Probably like a million,
30
right?
37 points of damage.
It's like catches it across the top of the head, and the sheer force of it just shears off the top of its head as it just begins to like fall over backwards. It hits the side of the ship from its velocity. Evie, you're like on the side of the ship. You press the button, and then you all of a sudden you hear a boom against the outside of the ship, and you look over the side, and there's the creature tumbling, like end over end.
And I'm gonna turn and sharpshooter the one next to Chuck.
Okay, perfect. Go right ahead.
Just busy watching the clothes come off and on the dude in my pen. And there's like, every time the clothes come off, the light emanates. The aura comes out.
Does a 15 hit?
Just hits.
Yes.
Remember, you burned all your fancy stuff on the first guy.
Yeah.
So it's just 500,000 damage this time.
No, it's next to nothing, actually.
It's only 20.
Actually,
23.
all right, man.
Goes down. As you're and it's just like all these holes blown into it. Like most of its top of its head is gone, and then it's like it goes to give like a screech, and it's just like, and then an arrow catches to the neck, and it just falls.
Hardy boys. Okay, so then I'm gonna move my last 10 feet and try and grab some cover.
Okay. Do you want to go to here? There's cover under this thing here.
Yeah, sure.
But just keep in mind, it's pretty high. You'll have to move back from it. It's about 10 feet high, so you have to move back from it to get a shot.
Okay.
If you do.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's gonna bring us to these guys. Man, he's kind of in a tough spot, isn't he?
Hey, I'm in a tight spot. Meyer.
Okay. I need both Floofy and Guardian to make another Constitution saving throw. Well, Floofy for the first time.
And that's with advantage, right? Cool.
Is it? Not. It's not a poison thing. This isn't poison. This is a screech.
It does it for stunned condition as well, right?
It's stunned though, yeah.
It's. Hold on. What's the? Can you read the wording to me, please?
Yes.
For the stun condition, but yeah, I just want to hear the wording.
Okay. It's advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any
Gotcha.
of the following conditions.
Perfect. All right, you guys have totally. You're good.
I've never been a Supreme Court justice, but I assume it's effectively this.
It's roughly the same amount of research and reading the book that goes into being a Supreme Court justice.
Did Jeremy Crawford intend this when he wrote the rules?
The founding fathers.
The founding Crawfords.
Wow. Nicely done.
I rolled a 26.
Just enough. What's the we got?
It'll be a 20.
Okay, that succeeds. And Ziz?
Oh, poor guy, if he gets stunned again. Roll. Oh, look at you, big man.
Job, Ziz.
Natural 20, 21.
Ziz learned. Ziz had put the hands to the ears in preparation, or the antenna on his head. He folded them down, and then looks up, realizes he's not stunned, and then pulls the daggers back out again. All right, that's his thing. Detour. Oh, did you use a bonus action to hide?
Me?
Quinn? Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm trying to remember if there was another bonus action in there. I don't think there was, but I didn't say anything. I said find some cover. I didn't say hide. So.
All right, then he's coming for you.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, but he's right next to you, so he's gonna go for you. And this one's gonna go for you. You guys you're just too inconvenient for them, to be honest.
Yeah, it makes sense. I ain't mad.
So.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
First one. I ain't mad. He just goes off Discord.
I ain't mad. Just find an extra person to play.
Throws his camera.
No, it's all good, man.
No hard feelings whatsoever. Dark screen.
Click.
You fucking kidding me?
Did you crit again?
Oh, he moves. What do you know? He just was he got an inkling that he should move over here instead.
Fuck that.
Hey,
Fucking metagaming piece of shit.
Bastard.
Metagaming
Not the Hardy
piece of
Boys.
shit.
I need both of you to make saving throws with advantage. Constitution saving throws with advantage.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my weighted dice.
You can, but I'm gonna instead I'm gonna attack her first to make her drop concentration, and then we'll roll the Constitution saving throws.
17.
17. Hey, Hardy
Look
Boys.
at that,
and
Hardy
again.
Boys, baby.
Both of you guys are good?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So that's his action, which brings us to Evie. This one is going to attempt to do the same. So go ahead and... Oh, you know what? No, fuck that. It's not going to do that. It's going to attack you. It can see what's going on. It's got an intelligence of 8.
Oh,
It's about
good.
as smart as Chuck.
Wow.
So it can believe that.
I would take that
Yeah.
as an insult if it weren't true.
22 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. So it
Wait.
does not hit, right? What's her AC then?
That'd be a 23. And yeah,
Okay.
so shield.
The next one's a 19. So it flies in, goes to stab with the beak, and you just throw the shield up as it smashes off, and a talon scrapes across the front of it, and then just there's almost like a nails on chalkboard sound as it tears through the arcane shield, but it holds up. It's now just flapping and flying in front of you. It's gonna be its turn, and this one went, that one went, that one went. Okay, Evie, you're up.
Right, I've been wanting to give this a try, and I'll the little wire, barbed wire bracelet that I have on. I'm gonna flick my wrist, and the bracer of galvanic reach will activate.
So, and there's all of a sudden this long tether that snakes onto the ground and then lights up and is now like that. It kind of looks like that whip from the second Iron Man.
That's exactly
Hell
what I
yeah.
was thinking.
Hell yes.
And I believe I can cast Booming Blade with it.
I don't think it's not a simple melee weapon. It's a whip, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a melee
Whip
weapon.
is-
Yep. As long as you're within, I think 5 feet, you're good.
Yeah. All right, so I'll cast Booming Blade on it just because, and I will go ahead and attack.
Thunder
Okay.
and lightning.
Very, very
Very,
frightening.
very frightening.
25 to hit.
Very, very frightening.
It's
Telling me.
Okay. So it's gonna be 5 plus. I'll give it another arcane jolt.
mm-hmm.
Dazzle. Finished it up. Galileo Figaro.
That's 15 points. Or sorry, 9 additional points of force damage. Did I say the first amount of damage? I don't think I did. It was 6 slashing.
Okay.
9 force. And then Booming Blade will activate if it moves.
Slashing 9 force is not bad. 15. So it doesn't take the extra. Oh, the force damage is from the booming blade.
The force damage is from the arcane jolt.
You do additional damage with
You
booming
do
blade.
additional damage for the booming blade too. So it does 2d8
Immediately, right?
immediately. 2d8 and then or 1d8 or 2d8 and an additional couple of 2d8.
2d8 on the
2d8.
first hit, and if it moves, it's 3d8.
Nice.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. A lot of different kinds of damage going on with this little attack. Here we go. Ooh, terrible. 2 points.
2 1s?
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Owie. Well,
Alright.
continuing with my rolling terribly today theme.
It's a motif.
Well, it's a motif. So do you want to use your bonus action to attack with Floofy as well?
Yes, I would like to do that.
Alright.
So I'll attack with the one in front. So it gets advantage because Guardian's behind, yeah?
Yes, correct.
Here we go. That
I believe in
is-
you.
Oh my god, a natural 1 and
Okay.
potential to salvage this attack. Come on, Floofy.
We believe in you, Floofy.
There we go. 20, not natural.
Good boy.
Hits.
Okay. Thank God. Alright.
Floofy's shaking his head back and forth and is clamps back down and pulls on the back of this creature.
Amazing. 4 points of force damage. But I'll just do my last arcane jolt on top of
Okay.
that. Or actually, no, I think I have one more after that. Five more points of force damage.
9 total?
Yeah.
Floofy's attacks are magical, right? It's like, I think you're a high enough level artificer that your attacks kind of magical.
I think so.
Pretty sure. We'll assume it is for now.
Okay.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to the top of the round now with Chuck.
Alrighty. I am gonna. You know what? The process has been working great thus far, so I am gonna. You know what? No, I'll do it the normal way. I'll just do a normal sharpshooter attack.
Okay. This thing just has a shotgun pointed to the back of its head right now.
Oh, jeez.
19.
That's gonna hit.
Alrighty. And it's going to be 28. Oh, wait, plus, I forgot. I cast, what's it called on it? Hexblade's Curse. 33.
Nice. It's a great hit. You can see as you fire off, like the Hexblade's Curse reaches out a bit and then impacts into the side of it. And there's like this blast of dark energy.
Still up. Hey, alright, let's do it again.
This one was looking pretty fresh, actually. This one hasn't been hit yet.
I don't like that. Bonus action, Spanish and Smite.
Oh, fuck yes!
What's Spanishing Smite?
Spanishing Might. You never expect it.
Nobody expects this vanishing smite.
And I'll do also a what's it called? Sharpshooter. Oh, and what a time for my
Oh,
fucking misfire.
no.
God bless it. God bless it.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll to make sure that it.
There's no misfire on the
No
weapon.
misfire. Okay, good. It just
Nailed
like
it.
dry fires.
Oh, you
It
hate to
happens
see
to
it.
everybody at least once, Chuck.
Well, and to some more than that. All right.
I wanted this to happen.
Well, it's my turn. Hey, that's life sometimes.
All right. Ziz is up.
Ziz will move to the. He'll move to flank the one that's next to Evie.
Sprints across the deck.
Oh wait, sorry. Does he have enough movement for that?
You should. It's only 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think he gets like 35 feet actually.
It's let's see. Oh, it's 30.
I think his though is. I haven't set him up, but I
Got
think
it.
it's
Okay.
35.
I will remember that. And yeah. He'll take attacks with short sword.
Go for it.
How do I roll with advantage on D&D Beyond?
I don't know if you can yet.
Yeah, you
Just
just have
roll
to add
twice.
the dice.
Yeah. I'm sure it's coming, but
First hit's a 26.
that's gonna hit.
That's 6 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack. A 28, and he'll do 8 piercing,
Okay.
and same thing. He'll use his bonus action helpful to help Evie hit this thing.
And just like jabs the dagger down through one of the wings, and it's just like, okay, tried and true. Now he's just like grappling it with one hand and got the knife down through it, and you just see this bug face look up to you, Evie. That's Ziz's turn. Guardian, you're up.
Finish one off. First hit 23. That's 8 slashing, 2 radiant. Next attack is a 27. That's how much is that? That's 13 slashing, 4 radiant. Still up?
Barely.
All
It's a
right,
big
last attack.
splash of gore all over the deck, sizzling.
Oof, there you go. All right.
Is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think even minimum damage on this is going to take him down. But roll for it anyway.
Do that manually. That total is 22.
It's like done. And as this thing like it rears up to scream again, you just lop the head clean off as it flips through the air, and as it hits the deck and slides, it immediately begins to like cave in.
Pow.
Is that your turn, Guardian, or do you want to use your movement?
How much is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Keep in mind you have to use the stairs here if you want to get to the second level. Be up here.
Unless you do something badass.
Yeah, you could just leave it there.
I'll throw Floofy.
Awesome.
Just off the ship entirely. Because spiraling out into the clouds.
You can fly, right?
Dog with you.
The docent flashes and just like Mission achieved. Just pop.
There can only be
Special
one-
trophy unlocked.
There can only be one
Dog
unofficial
toss.
companion on the ship. No, I'll make my way to the top of the stairs, but I'm not gonna make it. I think he just reaches the bottom of the
5,
stairs.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Alright.
Interact with object. It'll hit the shield to try to attract attention.
Okay.
Is that yeah?
Make a well, not you can knock on the shield, but I think you have to use your action to try to
Fair, okay.
intimidate it, use perform or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Never mind then.
But you can still do it for effect. Try to get
It's
it to
still
10.
spooky.
Yeah, it's real spooky. I don't want to see this big metal man knocking on his shield next to me. It's terrifying. Quinn, you're up.
I keep reaching as if I'm going to interact with the foundry. I'm all like, oh yeah, that's okay.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna move 10 feet out so that I have line of sight on both the one by Evie and the one by Chuck. I'm
Yep.
gonna take a sharpshooter at the one by Evie.
Okay.
Uh, 26.
You would
26.
get advantage on this one because Ziz is using the help action. Or yeah.
Does that count for arrow attacks?
It's in this situation. I think it'll just count for the next attack.
Wait.
Oh, so you get a +6 to a d6 to the roll?
Yeah, a d6
Okay.
to either the attack roll, or you can forego that and add it as damage.
Oh, I will forego that and add that as damage because I think a 26 is gonna hit.
Yeah, but just barely.
One.
Just barely. Okay, just once. Okay, so that's this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and then add one. Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do.
It makes Autumn so happy.
Autumn is our resident dice goblin. Everybody has one. Laura Bailey's.
He
could
has a
roll
bag
dice
of
goblin.
dice ready to go in case he needs to roll even more.
Everyone needs a dice goblin. They're just
He's
like-
often said that would be the only thing you would save in a fire.
even if we were all in the fire with him.
That was the point of why he brought it up.
I know they're metal, but they're my dice. That would be 39.
Wow.
Slams the dagger down into the wing as it pulls up to take a bite at Ziz. One of the arrows catches it right in the throat, and his head is going wild. There's these black spores spraying out of the top of it.
Gross.
And it's not down?
No,
Damn it. All right, one more sharpshooter.
go ahead.
29.
Yep.
All right. That's 25 points of damage.
Second one in the throat. Still up, but looking real bad.
That's I'm gonna do bonus action, or sorry, is it a bonus action? Yeah, fire rune.
Okay.
That's strength 15 save.
Okay, he does have advantage.
He does?
He does.
Por qué?
Because he has advantage on magical effects.
Oh.
He rolls an 18.
You
These are fun little creatures. I've fought these before, but never used them.
cockknockers.
That's what they're called.
Call?
So you know.
I've fought cockknockers before.
Huh?
They're vicious. Vicious. Just be careful. Watch out for the head.
All right. Is that your turn, sir?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
turn.
Hey, I'm surprised. They get
One more round. All right. This one's gonna try to attack you again, Evie. $23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
11 points of piercing damage as it snaps down with its beak, and 21 to hit.
I'll throw up the shield on the second one.
Okay. It's like its mouth is just closing down as you just get the shield up in time, and it's just like does that like animal snapping against glass, like just like trying to bite at you as you just throw it up in time. Second one is going to. Oh, he's just gonna turn around now. There's just smoking bullet holes, like a smoking bullet hole in the back of its head. And as it turns, you can see the bullets pass through the front. There's no eyes anymore on this creature. It took a mortal wound to the head, and it's just like there's like a smoking hole, and it still attacks.
Something doesn't seem right. I'm starting to think.
22 to hit. And that's 10 damage. And the talons are going to be 18 to hit, which I do not think hits. Correct, Chuck?
Sorry.
18 not hit, right?
18 does not. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one, the beak gets through, and then you throw Cumber up in the way, and it just slides across the front of it. And you level the gun and like basically shove it into the mouth of the creature. Evie, you are up next.
She's gonna flick her wrist again, and as the bracer retracts, she's gonna pull out the big old wrench.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna line up her baseball bat swing and attempt to knock the creature's head clean off as Ziz holds its wing down. So, batters up. That is a 30 to hit.
Yep, you're good. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Throw my last arcane shield onto it. So with 9 bludgeoning damage plus an extra 8 force damage.
Yes. Okay. 17 damage. It had 16 hit points left. So
yes.
As you do this, it's like coughing. As it turns up to you, its eyes are just like glaring this malevolent red. You just, and as you swing, the arcane jolt like causes jets on the back of the wrench to like force forward, and it just ping, like the sound that shears it off, the head off, and it just goes flipping off into the distance, a long arc, and then just like disappears into the sandstorm somewhere, passing through the eye into the rest of the storm.
I'll turn and look at Ziz and give him a wink.
Ziz is impressed. You assume, like you see his mandibles just go.
Love it. All right.
I posted a GIF of what that thing looked like up against the shield in the fireside chat on the Discord. If anybody's interested,
I'll check it out. I'll check it out as soon as we wrap the battle.
Was this damaged at all? Or no.
No.
Okay. I'll call Floofy to me and use Floofy's. What is his action?
The bite?
Yeah, right.
Oh, the healing pulse? Whatever it is?
Yeah.
Is it only on himself?
Oh, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm sorry. I can't remember. Oh! Does the... Oh. So, Force Empowered Rend. And... Okay, forget it. I'll just call Floofy to me and and tell him to heal.
Just runs across the deck and skitters a little bit at the end, and then kind of like slides sideways into place, and is now like looking up to the front of the deck.
And that's my
going
turn.
to bring us to the top of the round with Chuck.
Alrighty, now's the time.
I believe
just now.
your banishing smite is still up because it hasn't been used yet.
That's correct. And you know what? I'll just skip on the sharp. No, I want to do the sharpshooter.
Do it.
Okay, that's great. 21.
21, and you said you did use the sharpshooter, right?
Yeah, that's the sharpshooter.
Okay. Roll all that damage, and then let me know what the save is.
Alrighty, it's 12, 20. Is he below 50? I think it is.
He will be after this hit.
Okay, so it's 37 plus 5d10.
So awesome.
5d10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He gets
37. 68 points of damage.
God damn.
It's got like 5 hit points left.
There's 3 hit points left. As you- just as it turns around and you just shove stock into its mouth, and then as you pull the trigger, there's like a flash of purple energy from your eyes, and then there's like the sound of a cannon goes off from this gun. You're blasted back, and all the light seems to go out from the area for a second. And when the light shines, like when the light goes back up again, there's barely anything left of this creature. The entire head, from like the shoulders up, is completely missing, and it's flailing wildly. And then what's the save?
There's no save. It just.
I thought it was banishing
Yeah.
smite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If the attack reduces the target to 50 hit points or fewer, you banish it.
It's flailing, and then it just like gets sucked into a singularity. It's like, and there's just like a puff of dust.
It'll be back. I don't think I could ready my other attack, right?
Honestly, it's got 3 hit points left. You guys can just murk the shit out of this thing when it reappears, but it's not native to this plane.
Oh, so it's gone.
So it's gone.
Gone forever. So, well, that'll be an informative moment because I'll just keep waiting for it to come back. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
3 days later, Chuck's just like bedraggled. He's been sitting out there with his gun the whole time.
Big beard.
Coming.
So, as you guys now take a breath, turn, look around, you hear something, this... And you guys look, you can see this whole gigantic moving platform is like just a massive, like a massive sideways moving crab. And it's just kind of walking along the ground. You can see kind of slightly swaying back and forth is a massive temple that has been completely covered and almost completely converted into cloud crystal that juts up out of its back. And as you guys look, you see this massive creature, giant tusks rising off the front of its face, a singular eye glaring out of the front, this wild mane mop of hair that runs out over his shoulders, and looks like some kind of animal hide or skin that's wearing across its front, dangling in chains. As it lands heavy in the center of the ship, and the whole ship begins to tilt forward. You see Marfus on the back, like holding onto the wheel as this thing is now beginning to descend at a faster rate with the weight of this creature in the front. And as it like turns and just hellfire begins to seep out of either side of its mouth, we will pick up with the rest of the battle at the beginning of the next episode.
Amazing. I knew there was something worse coming at us, but
I just had to weaken you guys up a little bit. I just had to make sure I got soften you guys up a little bit. Now the real battle can start.
Who knows if it actually wants to fight? I think it just wants to ride.
It might also want to just talk to us.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Hey, could you guys maybe take me?
Which way to Albuquerque?
Yeah, my house is just like 10 miles from here.
Boy, are my arms tired.
Oh man, that was a good fight. I'm glad we got to get some combat in there towards the end.
Yeah.
Oh, whew. Well, thank you guys so much for making it through to the end and watching along with us. And hopefully, you guys got a good kick out of the battle and got to see. Eve got to hit a home run. Quinn got to do massive damage. Guardian learned a little bit about himself, and also you got to basically buzzsaw a bunch of stuff. And of course, we had Chuck finally get to banish something to the 9 hells, which is always satisfying. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course we're going to be back next week. Same time, it's going to be 11 AM PST. We're going to be playing, I believe, Shadows of Marn. Right, guys?
I won't be here. Remember?
That's right.
Oh, we might be doing a monster hunt instead, if that works for you guys. So we'll hop in. We'll do kind of like a one-off where it's kind of like The Witcher meets like bounty hunters, and they have to go and find this creature and hunt it down and learn about its abilities and to learn what it's resistant to, what it's immune to, what it's vulnerable to, and then basically build a plan to kill this creature.
Or
Yeah.
Or you can wander into its lair and kill it while drowning.
Just try not to die. Yeah.
Try not to die. You can do that too.
Also, just as a quick aside, we got to 100 followers, and that's thanks to the people watching. So this is really cool and exciting and nice. So thank you guys.
Super exciting.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Hopefully we can see everybody back next week, and you guys keep coming, checking it out, and just, I don't know, just have fun with us.
Hang out with us.
Yeah, let's hang out and let's play D&D. If you're looking for more of our faces, you can always catch Autumn Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. He's going to be on his own channel on the Autumn Ranger Cal channel, which is going to be from 7 p.m. PST Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Throughout the week, usually on a Tuesday or a Thursday, we'll also do some Discord streams where we just hop in, we make art together, we chat, and just talk about life and art and all kinds of good stuff like that. If you're interested in that, join the Discord, and then I'll let you guys know in general when those go live. Until then, though, we hope you guys have a wonderful week, and catch you next Saturday. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.